Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video where today we return with round 5 of the Williams Road to Glory here inside F1 24. Yes, we're back this weekend for our first ever sprint weekend inside this series. Of course, 100% races. We're in for quite a long, hopefully quite a long video here, depending on how we get on. And fingers crossed, we can have a bit of a better time of it than we did last time out in Japan. Of course, if you missed out on that video, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out. We ended up, I think, 20th place with fastest lap bonus. Well, we didn't get the bonus point for it, which still means we've got just 7 points on the board so far this year. Verstappen is absolutely dominating out in front. A second place in Bahrain, 3 wins following on from that, ahead of Perez, who's had 3 sixth places in a row. Which is rather impressive. Williams, yeah, we're 11th in the drivers, 6th in the constructors as well, so hopefully we can try and hang on to that over the course of this season. I don't believe we've got any particularly worn-out components as well as we return to Shanghai this weekend. It's a difficult track inside F1 24. I'll be honest, I think if we score points today, it's going to be a bit of a miracle.
Right, I'm afraid to say that we've had a major
Fed, welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well.
Earlier this week, and the entire development package for the weekend has failed. Any redevelopments will need to be ordered from the R&D screen.
We've got the world's best mod. Fed is officially here, ladies and gentlemen. We love it. We love it. Smurf as well. Welcome on in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Took the day off work, had a bunch of stuff to do, and now I'm here watching a marathon stream. This one, there was no, obviously China wasn't on the calendar last year, was it? This might be as long as Kota takes. And I remember I did that on F1 23, and that genuinely took us like 3.5 hours in the end. Luckily, it's not raining, which I guess is good, because that would have made things even more painful. But yeah, this is going to be quite a long one. So we had one upgrade fail, but apparently I'm already redoing that, so we don't need to worry. I don't think I can do... Oh, I can almost do that one as well. So we can get some more upgrades on the car over the course of this weekend, and maybe pretty soon we can jump V-Carb as well there. Now we've got to try and get... Oh, I'm sorry, Smurf.
China, how we've missed
I knew I was going to create beef with that one.
Great to be back here
and
in
it's
Shanghai.
rating in free practice.
We've got free practice for you coming right up.
What do I do to help the horrendous tyre wear? Bahrain and Jeddah were okay. Australia sucked. Larry, honestly, setups are a big part of it on this year's game. If you're using proper setups, then you can get away with a lot more. But ultimately, Season 1, it's just brutal as well. It's really, really horrible. Now, chat, I can't set up the car here.
This session. Nothing you need to worry about, but as we have some new parts on the car, we'll just confirm they're performing to spec.
This is going to be a brutal, brutal weekend for us, because this track I don't think is going to suit the Williams car either. And tyre wear and temperature and everything is horrible around this place. So, yeah, we're going to try. I mean, the Williams is pretty bad for its tyre temperature anyway. So we're going to try and just manage everything as best as we can. The 24 hours went interestingly, Fed. We got taken out literally on lap 1. And then after that, it ran pretty smoothly. So we ended up, I think, 3 laps down inside the first 10 minutes. And then basically spent the next 20 hours 3 laps down from the leader, just slowly making up spots. And then we ended up P5. I think we had one more incident a bit later on in the race, but it was really good fun. I enjoyed it. Why do you post that about Lando? Because sometimes you've got to give Lando some stick. But yeah, it was a really good fun endurance, and to be honest, we were quite happy with how well we did when we consider, obviously, what happened on lap 1 as well. The fact that we, kind of persevered, we didn't let it kind of ruin our evening and things like that. Dart with 5 subs to the community as well. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you're doing well, sir. Little Lando Norris becoming a villain right in front of our eyes. Lando has gone from, like, the most loved driver to a lot of people don't really care for him anymore in quite an impressive amount of time. Thank you for the gifted subs, though. I appreciate it. I need to set some other sub-targets, chat. I think I said I'd do at 100 subs, like a 6-hour solitaire stream. But we need to set some other targets. Oh, come on. I mean, so far, actually, this race sim run's going pretty well, actually. On the first lap. Rhino as well with a primer. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chat, so far you guys have been mental over the last few streams. Oh, Sosa. Sosa, talk to me. I hope everything ran smoothly, sir. How is the new baby? I was saying last night, I was like, we need to find out from Sosa how everything went. 150 subs for a 1v1 against Sam. Your biggest fan as well, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Right, but there we go. First lap, we absolutely annihilated the target. So, that actually gives me a little bit of confidence, but then again, of course, it is changeable conditions, so the practice programs in changeable conditions on this game aren't particularly good. Ugh. I'm too busy reading chat. New baby's good. I've just been busy trying to spend as much time with her as possible. I do not blame you, sir. I'm happy to hear that everything ran smoothly. Bottle job. 2 and 2 is back at it. It is Williams' Road to Glory, Reese's Pieces. We're finally... Well, we did it, what, like 2-3 weeks ago? I think it was 2 weeks ago, wasn't it? Because then I was away last week, or summer last week. So I had no time to stream. And I said last night I was going to do it either tonight or Thursday. So Thursday night will be F1 Manager. I had to bring it back. I was always going to bring it back. I just want to try and get a lot of Season 1 done before I go to Australia for a month. But then I'll probably do like a 10-race second season or something. Depending on what we're doing, of course. Things might change, who knows. I barely managed to get 1 season done last year's game. The open lobby short was hysterical. Just Sam, isn't it? What made me laugh with that was obviously, I knew I was going to get absolutely wrecked anyway. But it was then obviously the fact that I got a penalty for it as well. So I get the money from the short. Oh, I tell you what, it went on the second channel. No, it did go on both channels. I'll have a look, see how much it made. You need to call a P20. Yeah, I did then, for all the other races, start qualifying myself at the back of the grid. It didn't go much better, and then by race 3, it, like, disconnected me. So it was, I mean, that evening was just an absolute disaster. Gary and I couldn't get co-op done, or we couldn't do open lobbies for very long. But I think I did quite well in solitaire in the end. So I guess we'll take that. You know, you gotta look at the positives and all that good stuff. I tell you what, so far, although it is tricky to fully tell, whatever happened to co-op? Gary and I want to do co-op, Fed. So EA, in I think it was the 1.6 patch now, have broken co-op, so it refused to load into a race. It will basically, what will happen when you try to go into a Grand Prix is it'll load for one of you, or it'll be sat there loading for one of you. It'll then disconnect them and then load for the other one. And there was no way around it. It would just always boot the person that was hosting out and let the other person start. And apparently, EA don't even realise it's a bug still, because it's not on like their list of things to fix. Co-op, we genuinely don't know whether it will return. We want it to return. Maybe we'll have to go back to F123 for co-op as well. Because obviously Gary's going back to F123 for his driver career mode. But ultimately, yeah, I don't know at the moment. We're kind of holding out hope, but we're not relying on it. Yeah, I did. I put out quite a critical video of kind of EA and Cody's with what they're doing at the moment. Dart again with another 5 gifted. What is that? Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. We're up to a hype train level 2, apparently, chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think more and more of us are kind of getting a bit fed up with kind of EA and coders at the moment, because it feels like this game has been a step backward in so many ways, which is a real shame, to be honest. But, you know, it kind of is. I'm going to be playing solitaire sooner than I realised. I've got to try and find somewhere where I can spend 6 hours playing solitaire, have I? I'd genuinely be interested to know how many runs of solitaire I could get done. Like, how many I can actually complete inside 6 hours. Because that would be quite mental. King Hippo, welcome on in, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, we're going to be playing Solitaire very soon, I worry. Right, moderate ERS usage, we should be able to smash that again. It's definitely raining more and more, though, which is a little bit scary. DZFS DFS 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 DFS. Thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. I think you wildly overestimate how much money shorts make.
By lifting at certain points when you feel you can, and by gentle braking. Try those this lap and see how you get on. And if you want to make the most of those gears, engine braking will also put some juice back into the battery. Combine all these techniques and see how you go.
Smurf as well, what is this? Smurf with 10 gifted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, that is mental to kickstart the stream. I appreciate it so much. What is that? I mean, I know it's September, and like I said, Twitch emailed me going, you need to push this, apparently. Not like a personal email or anything. But thank you so much, everybody. I mentioned it on last night's stream. We had quite a chilled stream over on Gran Turismo last night, trying to do all of the license tests. And I was basically, obviously, chat were asking me, because like I said, it was more chilled. We were kind of just having more general chat. And basically, obviously, everything at the moment in terms of, obviously, Twitch and YouTube and everything else is just going towards trying to get a house. So, obviously, all of those subs, bits, you know, everything else, just go towards that. So it really does mean a huge amount, everybody. Thank you so much for the support on all of the streams. It is so greatly appreciated. And I'm hoping, of course, that once I have moved house, we should have better internet, which means we can stream more. So, hopefully, yeah, at some point I'll be able to pay it back to you guys as well, with more streams in the future. But, yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. F1 24 was off of PS5, £40 instead of 70. Is that for the Ultimate Edition? How much is, like, the standard edition of the game? Wait, what? Has Dart given out another 10? Sorry? Lads, what is this? I've lost my mouse. We've got a level 6 hype train. Thank you, everybody. That is ridiculous. Dart's just dominating. That, like I said, thank you, everybody, so much. That is genuinely mind-blowing. I think everybody that's here has now got to be subbed, surely. Mustafa's now subbed again. He's made it onto the gifted sub list. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to try and get a purple score. Why is it going down through here? I'm not even on the battery. There we go. That's better. Smurf with another 10? Sorry? Are we literally going to get to... Am I literally going to say if we get to 100 subs, I'll do a solitaire stream at some point, and we're going to pretty much smash it immediately? Thank you, thank you. That is mad. Absolutely mad. Right, come on. Can I get a purple score? No. Damn it. You guys are absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. A level 8 hype train is ridiculous. 100 subs to do a hot tub solitaire stream. Oh, how would a hot tub solitaire stream work? Would, like, would I just have to be on my laptop? How would I stream that? Would that work? Could that work? I don't know. All the throw cushions. Last 2 and 2 is going to be able to buy so many bowls and pillows you would not believe. So, actually, I forgot to mention it at the start. Chat, I'm in trouble. Because last 2 and 2, she lurks in the streams occasionally, which she did last night. And she came in just as I was telling you all about the bowl story. So I was told it wasn't 23 bowls, it's only 21. Dart with 300 bits as well. Seriously, what is this? Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Oil up in the hot tub. we have 21 bowls between us. Apparently.
We just want to make sure we can lap close to our rivals' pace.
And Branson is still of the mindset of a bowl is a bowl. Like I said, they are different bowls. They're different bowls for different things, so... Last 2 and 2, we might be able to get us some more bowls. Wait, there's 5 bowls in your house. I could not tell you how many bowls are currently in my house, but I would guess more than that. I mean, surely pretty much everybody here that's in the stream. Because am I right in saying, chat, that gifted subs, first of all, go to people that are currently in the stream? So am I right in saying that basically every single person here is going to be subbed? That is mental. I mean, they're still coming through. That is crazy. Absolutely crazy. You lot are just mad. Absolutely mad. And it's still just showing up. Alright, I'm going to get a win tonight, chat, to make it up for you. So try and say thank you. The only way I know how. Or I'll bottle it. That's probably more likely to happen. Reese's Pieces with a bit as well. Thank you very much, buddy. You enunciate bowl better. It doesn't sound right knowing how many you have. How am I meant to pronounce it? Bowl? How are you gonna... What's the right way to pronounce bowl? Am I saying it wrong? How am I saying it wrong? Reese's Pieces with another bit. Thank you, buddy. Marcus, there's never any obligation. Never any obligation whatsoever. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. Obviously, when people do, but there is never an obligation or a requirement. Oh, sorry, that one was Dart. I apologise. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to focus up when we get into qualifying. Like, we've literally gone all the way through practice. Just, that has been mental.
10 minutes.
I didn't know how many ball you had. No, bowl. Bowl. I will personally fund Last 2 and 2's bowl addiction if you win tonight. Get it pinned! Get it pinned! You have no idea how bad her bowl addiction is.
These unpredictable conditions.
Right, there we go. We've smashed out free practice. The thing is, if Last 2 and 2 comes into the stream at some point, she'll see that and she'll hold you to it. Reese's Pieces and Dart again with more bits. You lot are absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. Last 2 and 2, I think she's making tea currently. For her, not for me. I should specify. A level 8 hype train. Train. Thank you, everybody. That is mad. We got a... What on earth is a hype chest? What is that? What do I open? Cheers to the chat emote. How do I share that? Apparently that's something we've got, chat. I'm still a Twitch noob. Choo-choo. She warmed up to a nickname. She doesn't hate Last 2 and 2, to be fair. If Last 2 and 2 are here, she's a subscriber now. I don't believe she actually has a Twitch account, to be fair. But if she does, then yes, she is. Right, so, qualifying time then. We gotta get our sweat on, ladies and gents. We get one run on the mediums, and then one run on the softs right at the end. How was Last 2 and 2's date last night? Eh? Oh no, her date, sorry, yeah, I remember what you mean now. She had good fun. I mean, it was a family dinner, for those of you that don't understand the context behind that. We're not in an open relationship. But she said it was alright, the food was nice, she had a burger. Yeah, we will absolutely bottle this pretty soon. Oh, especially with lines like that before we even got onto our lap, that's not good. Get your predictions in, tell us on YouTube, or bet your points in Twitch chat. That is a terrible pit lane entry. Great, I love that. Absolutely love that. Oscar Piastri and Max Verstappen on the racing line through the first corner. Ruining our first lap. And this, I mean, this was only going to be my banker anyway, but that is frustrating. I reckon, chat, we could get close to a top 10. Not going to say it will be a top 10, but I reckon we could get close. Yes, get your bottles out. Not really a lot I could have done in that one, apart from maybe broke a bit more. Oh, come on. Right, if we can just hook up the rest of the lap, at least then we know what we're going to be chasing. Dart with another 35 bits. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. If Last 2 and 2 sets up a Twitch account, I will make her a mod. She will absolutely come in here and ban people. She would hold no mercy. She told me a couple of weeks ago. She was like, I know it makes no difference whatsoever, and she knows I don't care. But she was like, if ever she sees anyone putting hate comments on any of my videos on TikTok, she reports them. She was like, I know it doesn't bother you, but it bothers me. And I was like, okay, fair enough. Right, the final corner. First lap then, it's not going to be a decent representative. We go only 1.2 off Magnussen. Did I not lose as much time in that as I thought I did? Maybe not. She looks out for you. She's a good girl, bless her. If she reports me, I'm going to cry. Papaya rules and Esty Bestie. It's so both awkward and cringe, aren't they? Like, oh, we race via papaya rules. No, you race as a team. Like, don't try to make it out like you're the first team ever to allow your drivers to race. She won't like Mustafa. And Mustafa, yeah, and I think Last 2 and 2 might be a clash of personalities slightly.
We've been pushed down to P.
Oh, come on in, Callum. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, so who hasn't done a lap yet? And why am I ahead of someone? I think someone might have just waited to go for a lap right at the end of the session, but fresh set us off. Wait, there's 19 of us. Who's gone? Hey? Someone crashed out. So Albon's up in 11th. Lando Norris is gone. Okay. So now there's an opportunity. Lando Norris has bottled it once again, ladies and gents. Yes, I'm just saying that to upset Mustafa. Joke's on her, I was here first. That is true. Streaming, we started streaming about a month or two, I think, actively, before... no, it was about 3 or 4 months, I think, before Last 2 and 2 and I got together. So, to be fair, yeah, if you've been here since the early days, which I know there's quite a few of you that have been, yeah, you are... We have been together longer than Last 2 and 2 and I have been. Oh, come on. Right, I reckon we could be at least 2 seconds up on this delta by the end of this run. Oh, come on. Alex Gillen with a raid of 101. Welcome on in, everybody, from Alex's stream. We are here with the most painful challenge you'll ever see inside F1 24. We're trying to do a 100% race at Shanghai in the Williams, except for it's a sprint weekend, so we've got even more work to do. So we're in for the long haul. I hope you've had a good stream, Alex. Tell me, chat, what has Alex been streaming over the course of the evening? I've noticed, though, he always raids me when I'm in the middle of my last-ditch qualifying run. So, Alex, once again, thank you for that. Right, out of the final corner. Come on, that was fairly hooked up. Up to the line. P7? Sorry? Yeah, I took a couple of weeks off, Alex. Just because I was busy with a few other bits and pieces, but we're back streaming at last. No pressure. I mean, how on earth did I drop 7 tenths on Alex? Why on earth were we competitive there? I think because the AI, they're not very good, obviously, in sprint, in one run, or one session sprint qualifying even. They don't really use their tyres very well, so I think we got to enjoy a very grippy circuit against AI that were on completely wrecked tyres, because the tyres just do not last around this venue. But I guess we'll take that then. First of all, it's time for the sprint race. Yeah, no, I took last week completely off of streaming, just because I was on holiday and a bit busy with a few other bits. But I have a terrible schedule anyway. We're trying to... September, October, November, I'm trying to get really good before I go away at the end of the year for a month. And then streaming will fall through the floor again. Right, can we do that upgrade that I wanted? Let's have a look. 46% off, okay. That's a bargain upgrade. Wonderful. Dart with another 5 subs. Thank you, buddy. That is mental. I'm going to use that energy to try and carry us through the sprint. Maybe, just maybe, we can get some points. Fed's dropping down the order. You guys are mental. Absolutely mental. Nargas, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Get your votes in then, chat. Where are we going to finish in this race? Quats is lurking. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Welcome on in, Quats. Hope you're doing well. The Iceberg as well. That's such a throwback name for me. Because I used to race the Iceberg years ago on F1. So I think he followed me from when I used to stream like Dirt Rally or something many years ago.
Sprint. Not very many laps and no chance to get ahead on strategy. Who here today has the raw skill to take them to the top?
Hey, no worries, Quats, buddy. Or Gwats even, sorry, I should say. I gotta remember it's Gwats.
Long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2. The first of 6
I reckon,
corners
chat,
that
the
make
goal
this
is to try and get a
3.3 mile
point.
circuit.
I don't think we'll get much more than that,
Incredibly long
but if we can get a point, then I'll be quite happy.
With speeds in excess
Steven
of
as well, thank you for the follow.
200 miles per hour
Welcome on
before
in.
we head into the braking zone for turn 14. Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our
Chat, you
starting
lot are
grid
mental.
looks for
You lot are
today's sprint.
absolutely mental.
Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday.
What
and
worries
he
me
will
is I'm
start
already getting
from pole
sweaty.
position. And the smooth operator,
Wait, Gwat's got
Carlos Sainz,
Hulkenberg, his
completes
first
the
ever
front
win.
row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have
How many subs or bits did I get
Fernando
modded?
Alonso, Russell, Oscar
I'll have to
Piastri,
think about it.
Perez,
I'll have to think about it.
Mr. Monaco, Stroll, Leclerc, Gasly, Hamilton, Albon.
No, I want to try and pronounce it the
Tsunoda,
right way,
Ocon,
Gwats. That's what I need to do.
Joe,
Because my accent already
Hulkenberg,
ruins most
Magnussen,
pronunciations of anything.
Bottas,
So I got to try and learn
Lando
to say
Norris
some things
starts
the
from
right
the
way.
back of the grid. Which of these drivers will get pole position today? We will soon find out.
Moser R3 is a good wheel, Reese's Pieces. Obviously works on Xbox as well.
So, a sprint race
If you're on
today.
Xbox, then yeah, the
That
Moser
means
R3 is
lights to
fantastic.
flag,
If
no
you're just
stops.
going on
And how is
PC,
that going to affect
I
the driver
would
behind
say
you?
it might be
Absolutely.
worth
So for today,
trying,
no
if
pit
you
stop,
can,
or
of
should be a
course,
pit stop
trying
anyway,
to stretch to the
if things go
R5.
right and you can forget
But
about
obviously, if
that.
you're on Xbox, yeah, the
You just
R3 is
drive in
fantastic.
today as fast
It
as
won't
you
feel
can, make
much
those
more
overtakes
powerful
if
than
you
your
need to,
G29,
and that's what a sprint weekend's
but
all about.
it is still a decent upgrade. Right, here we are then. P7 on the grid, exactly where we finished back in Australia. I mean, this track and Australia are two very different venues, so we'll wait and see as to how this one goes. I'm nervous, I'll be honest, because I'm worried we're just going to fall backwards down the order. Load cell or active pedals? I use load cells. I don't think I've ever used an active pedal. If I have, then I didn't know about it. But load cells for me, always the way to go. Right, come on. Let's do this thing. 5 red lights here on the grid. And it's going to be lights out. Oh, and away we go there. We've got a really good launch over Oscar Piastri. Shame that Stroll's done exactly the same thing to me. Ugh, what was that? Perez immediately getting boxed in between Russell and Stroll then. Not exactly where you want to be. We're going to try and go around the outside of the pair of them though through turn 2. Send it. Thank you. I'm at a P4 already then. I don't know if we've led a lap yet so far this season, chat. I genuinely could not tell you whether we led a lap at Australia or something, so maybe that is what we can try and do tonight, if possible. But an aggressive start to this Grand Prix, that has worked out beautifully for us. There's Alonso and Sainz then, side by side. Up the hill, we've got to be so careful of that curbing on the inside there. But I mean, look at that, the Battle of the Spaniards, and all this is doing is allowing Verstappen just to run away a little bit at the front of the field. I mean, if these two, whoa, will keep tripping each other over, we are going to move up into the podium places. Maybe we can have a look down the inside of Fernando. No, not quite there. But we'll get the elbows out ahead of Carlos Sainz there. What a start that's been. I've been a P3 of the GP. That is absolutely mental at the start of this one. So, I mean, we've got some upgrades on the car. But, yeah, we're doing all right. Born to play with a raid as well. Hope you're doing well, buddy. What have you been up to this evening? Hope you've had a good stream. Yeah, even in a Williams, we've got Nowhere near enough straight line speed. Ugh. Right, come on. Come on, down the inside. No. The AI through that final corner always mugged me off. Outside or inside, they just seem to be able to brake later. And I can't do anything about it.
1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
Oh, come on. Nose in. Ugh. We've got to be so careful early on. The front wing damage here would be absolutely killer. Especially in the sprint where there's no opportunity for like alternate strategy or anything. I think genuinely what worries me still inside F124, after a good start like that, at a track like this, it's genuinely probably going to be in our best interest just to hang on behind Sainz. I don't really want to, because if we can try and challenge Alonso, then I will. But it might be best for us just to sit in and claim the DRS each lap, if we can even keep up with him. Ugh. Such a horrible circuit. Like, they've got so much land in China. Surely they... I mean, I've never done it before, but maybe F1 at Zhuhai could work? Could you drop 3 places? I've got 300 on you. I need the points. I need every point I can get. Watch out for Stroll under safety car. Oh! Sainz, you can pick a lane, buddy, but you can't keep moving across. That was a bit scary. Yeah, I have got to be careful of Stroll, though. We end up with a safety car here. I mean, Sector 1, this car's working nicely. Verstappen 34.5. I mean, we did a 34.8. We're not uncompetitive at the moment. Again, we've actually got some very good straight line speed in quite a few places here. Down the inside of Sainz will go. Look at that. Slip by. And up into P3 then, so this has worked wonders early on. Annoyingly, though, I'm not in the range of Alonso, so I think we might drop back behind him pretty quick. What's my favourite breakfast food? The one I have most commonly is just a Nutri-Grain bar, but you know, you can't beat a good fry-up or like a fried egg or something. If I have to pick one thing. Yeah, we definitely don't have the pace through the middle sector to keep up. Like, Verstappen and Alonso, they're just... I mean, they're not pulling out masses over me, but they're definitely pulling out a little bit. And that's quite painful. I think, yeah, I mean, if we're in a battle for a podium here, I'm not going to complain. But it is going to be quite difficult to try and hang on. Especially now, because Sainz will get the run of me here. I'm on PC. It depends on your budget, your biggest fan. If you've got a rough idea, and obviously whether you need a wheel stand as well, I can try and give you some recommendations. Oh, Russell, having a look for it. No, George. What is my meal deal? I mean, I never buy a meal deal, but on the very rare occasion when I used to, it would usually be either a bacon or a ham sandwich, or if they had it, one of those triple breakfast ones, which I think was one with sausage, one with egg, and one with bacon. A packet of Quavers. A bit rogue, but I normally won't have Quavers, so I'd have those. And then it would really depend on the day what my drink would be. It would kind of depend on what was available at the time, to be honest. As cheap as possible, to be honest. I would say budget first wheel. If you're on PC, Thrustmaster TMX or T150. Whichever one is kind of cheaper, because obviously if you're on PC, it doesn't matter which one you get. There are identical wheels underneath. So, yeah. T150 or TMX, I would go no cheaper than that. You need one with force feedback, it's just not worth it otherwise, in my opinion. Dart with another 5 bits, thank you, buddy. Nah, Quavers are good as something different. I wouldn't have them every time, but I do like Quavers occasionally. Thoughts on Scotch eggs? I don't mind them. They're not like my favourite thing in the world. Like, if someone gave me a Scotch egg, I wouldn't not eat it. But they're kind of, yeah, they're alright. I don't ever look at them and go, oh yeah, Scotch eggs, but... Although, to be fair, actually, last 2-1-2, we went out a few weekends ago with her family and some of her family friends. And I think it was her family friend's grandmother makes Scotch eggs. Because, of course, it's only old people that make Scotch eggs, isn't it? It's like such an odd thing to make. But, so her parents' friend's gran made Scotch eggs, and they were good. Why is Bro not first? Because Bro sucks at F1 24. That's why Bro's not first. And it's China, damn. Which is awful. Have you ever been to Finland? No. I've flown to Sweden, but I've never been to Finland. Right, we've got to make sure that we keep in the range of sights here. I don't want to lose our podium hopes. Like, we can just hang on inside the 1 second zone. I don't even care if I can't really pressure it this time. I just want to hang near him. That's the goal. Because if we can get a podium here, that would be a ridiculous one. Come to Turkey and you'll eat some real food. Is Turkey just doner kebabs? Or is that just a stereotype? What other Turkish food would I want to have, Mustafa? Ugh! George, please, leave me alone. A little bit wide. Pork pies are good. When are you next doing open lobbies? Oh, Lord knows. Next time Gary and I try to do co-op and the game breaks, that's when we'll do open lobbies. If Gary and I can ever do co-op again, I guess is the bigger question. Will EA fix the game? Only time will tell. No, I wouldn't say so. Stereotypes, yeah, Bradson. I genuinely want to know what other kind of... Because I'm sure there's other stuff that I'm forgetting off the top of my head. But doner kebabs are like the thing people think of when you think of Turkish food, aren't they? Scrambled or fried? Are we talking eggs? Or... Because I quite like both. If I had to choose one over the other, I'd go fried egg. Well, I think we have got the pace to keep up with science here as well. So that's good news. Doner is not even the best. Wait, there's other types of kebab? Sorry? What am I hearing? Ah, you're from Finland. Fair enough. Finland's somewhere I'd love to go to. I'd love to go to Finland for the WRC. Like, I know it's an absolutely mental rally, but I would love to see it one day. And the weird thing as well, from the UK, it's not actually that difficult to get to. You can get like an overnight ferry. It costs quite a lot of money. But, yeah, that would be good fun. Actually, no, Finland's around the other side, isn't it, Moss? It's a bit more difficult. My geography is failing me slightly. How is Bro fourth? What's going on? Bro nailed qualifying accidentally, and then had a really good start. I don't know. I genuinely, Mustafa, don't think I've had a kebab in my life. I don't think I've ever had one. Like, that might sound like sacrilege. But, like, because I'm sure people are now going, yeah, but when you used to go on a night out, what would you have at the end of it? Normally McDonald's or nothing at all. But I genuinely don't think I've ever had a kebab. People are often surprised by, like, the random things I've never had. Like Burger King's another one. Never had a Burger King in my life. Could not tell you whether they're any good or not. The Tory is showing. You get a good start. Not what your TikTok says. I never get a good start. How do you say year? Like that. Have you ever had a Mackey's or a Nando's? I've had McDonald's and Nando's. I had my first KFC, I think, last year. Which was quite an experience. I had a Burger King today. Hang on a minute, why was that my Tory showing if I've never had a Burger King or a kebab? I'm sure Rishi Sunak has had a kebab at some point. To be fair, on the other side of that, I don't think Jacob Rees-Mogg probably ever has, but still. What does he know? I almost got blown up in Nando's once. We're going to need some context to that story. We also have amazing desserts. That I can believe. What would you say is, like, the delicacy to have, Mustafa? Maybe I do need to come to Turkey. We'll get Mustafa and I to do an eating stream. What's it called? Like a mukbang or whatever they are. I've never understood why people watch those. They'll get your order wrong and probably kill you. Okay. Noted not to have a Burger King. Right, we are literally just sat in a DRS train now. Matt loves caviar and oysters. Two other things I've never had, to be fair. I did with my girl at the time, and the oven blew up. I was gonna say, yeah, an industrial oven like that, I'm sure was loud. Have I ever, chat? I mean, we're in a fairly boring race right now. Have I ever told you, chat, about the time I went out on a date and I wasn't quite threatened that I was going to get stabbed, but I was warned that if I tried anything on, I'd get stabbed. So, I'm gonna tell you this. Have I told this story before? Baklava is good. That is really nice. Can I tell this story on Twitch where they get me banned? Not with Last 2 and 2, no. No. This was not with Last 2 and 2. Last 2 and 2 knows this story. But it was definitely not Last 2 and 2. I only got reminded of it because I'd kind of forgot about it, to be honest. And I only remembered because the girl that I went on a date with, for whatever reason, appeared on my Facebook people you might know. And I was like, I weirdly feel like I do recognize that person. And then, yeah, I remembered what that was about. Yeah, Baklava is good. I'm probably butchering the name, but... So basically, I downloaded, I think it was Hinge, back in the day. And I matched with this girl fairly quickly. You know, don't want to brag or anything. We started talking. And, you know, things were going fairly smoothly. So I think we'd agreed to go out on a date on, like, the next week, I want to say. So I think, like, we'd said that we'd go out for a date on, like, the next Wednesday. This was, like, the Friday, because I think I had somewhere to be over that weekend or something. So we agreed, like, we'd go out the next Wednesday. So obviously, you know, that was all good. You know, first ever date. I was nervous, but I was like, oh, you know what, we can do this. So we were speaking. I think this was then on the Friday night, like the week before, and we were speaking till, and you guys know me, I don't stay up very late, but we were speaking at like 11 o'clock at night, and she was suddenly there going. Basically, she was like, obviously we're meant to be going out the Wednesday afterwards, and she was like, I'm free tonight. Do you want to meet up? Bear in mind, this was like 10 p.m. And I was kind of there, like, a little bit nervous, as you would be. But I was like, you know what? We spoke to each other for a little bit of time. You know, I've got enough to believe you're not a catfish or anything like that. You know, like her Instagram was linked or something. I was like, you know what? Yeah, what's life without, you know, doing some stuff? You either make a decision that you live to regret, you never see the next day, or you got a good story for your Twitch chat, and in a little way further down the line. So we kind of go, yeah, okay. So she's like, what do you want to do? And I was like, well, she lived in like the bigger town nearby. So I was like, obviously I can come to you, you know, and then we can sort of just go into the town, have a couple of drinks or something, or a drink for me it would have been, because obviously I was driving. So we go out, and I pick her up from near her house. And to be fair, I kind of said, I was like, I'm happy to either pick you up from yours if you'd like, or of course, if you don't want me knowing where you live yet, which I can understand, I was like, I can pick you up from nearby. And she was like, yeah, that works better for me. So I was like, okay, that's fine. So picked her up from, I think it was a petrol station. It was a really odd petrol station. I had no idea it was ever there, but it's basically in the middle of a housing estate, which even now looking back, I think is really, really weird. So obviously pick her up, you know, we go out, and we park up somewhere, like in town, and we get out the car, and we're walking sort of like into where like the pubs and bars are, and things like that. And we're kind of talking about different things, so she sort of asked me about like YouTube and stuff, because I think I was already full-time. I don't think I'd been full-time for very long, but I think I was full-time by then. So, you know, she was sort of asking me about how that works and kind of things, and she was like, yeah, like, obviously I've already stalked you a little bit on there. I was like, fair enough. And then, so we were talking about a couple of other bits and pieces, and then pretty much seemingly out of nowhere, like, we were just talking about, like, other dates and things like that. She turns to me and goes, well, you know, to keep myself safe on a date, I bring a knife. And I kind of laughed it off at first. I thought, you know, good joke, you know, I can, you know, very funny. And she sort of looked at me and went, no, I'm serious. In my handbag is a steak knife, so don't try any funny business. And I was kind of there going, do I ask to see this or not? Like, I don't think I want to kind of, I don't really want to be in a situation where I'm telling a girl I've only just met going, prove it. Prove that you could stab me, kind of thing. So I kind of, like, laughed it off, and, you know, I was kind of there going, you know, a bit of an odd one, but kind of the rest of the evening played out. So, apart from that, things went fairly smoothly. It was all right. You know, we got on fairly well. I don't think longer term it was going to go anywhere anyway. But at the end of the night, I sort of drop her home, or drop her back at this petrol station. And, well, bizarrely, it basically went like this. So obviously, we sort of said, you know, both had an alright time. Would we still be down for meeting up the next Wednesday? And I was kind of there, like, a little bit freaked out by the knife thing, but I was like, what's the worst that can happen? She brings a knife on the second date, then we got a problem. If not, we should be good. So she was like, make sure you text me when you get home. So I obviously texted her when I got home. This was like 1 in the morning at that point. I was absolutely shattered. Didn't get a response. I was like, oh, I assume she's fallen asleep. So sort of texted her the next day again, just saying, you know, that was... And not obviously what we'd originally planned to do, but was still fairly good fun. Never heard back from her.
Okay, the zone's been cleared. Let's get
Never.
back up to race
Never heard from her
Okay, so
again.
that's a red flag.
Hey,
Red
what's
flag,
happened?
no overtaking.
Well,
Let's
that's
get back into the
timed perfectly. So yeah. And we get a red flag as soon as I finish that story about me getting rejected. Yeah, I think in hindsight it's a beautiful thing. Threatened and ghosted on my first ever Hinge date.
Right.
Incredible
Nice
story.
advantage here.
Incredible
Think about how we
story.
handle the rest of this race.
Right, we've got 4 laps to go with them in this race. That red flag genuinely was perfectly timed. I've got no idea who's out of the GP. But I guess we've just got to try and get another good start. Maybe we can now fight for the win. Alonso's gone mediums. 5 red lights. It's going to be lights out and away we go. Oh, Alonso's got nowhere. Come on. Get the power down straight around him, so we'll immediately claim P3. And that has been a terrible restart for Fernando. Can I try and get up between Sainz and Verstappen? Yes, I can. As Esteban Ocon's gone. What? Ocon's broken down off of the restart then, so no idea what's happened there. And suddenly, we go into P2 then of this Grand Prix. I mean, if we can hang on for this, that would be absolutely mental. We've got more yellow flags out. Who's now breaking down? What on earth is going on? Why is this Shanghai sprint suddenly become wild? Who's breaking down? Is it... Oh, it's McLaren. Oscar Piastri's gone. So McLaren have an absolute stinker then this weekend. Lando got no time on the board in qualifying. Leclerc's got a 10-second penalty behind, so I guess we're pretty safe from him. But can I stay in the range of Verstappen here? Will we be able to hang with him? I think the Dutchman's got a bit too much pace. I think we might be vulnerable towards the end of the afternoon. We'll try and use some battery down the back straight. See if we can just stay a bit closer to him. But I mean, surely if we can stay in the range of Max, then we've got a good chance to at least try and fight for the win here. I mean, yeah, Sainz and Alonso. I mean, Alonso might drop out of the DRS, which would be quite handy. But, yeah, suddenly this race has been turned on its head, but fantastically for us. And I'm, yeah, basically out of DRS already. The soft tyres are so grippy.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
I hope you enjoyed that story time chat. It was one of my longer ones, but yeah, I genuinely thought I would have told that story at some point before. What difficulty are we on? 107?
Car in front is a second a lap faster, 1 second. Gap to your teammate behind, 4.5 seconds.
Like, I'm genuinely surprised. This car weirdly works well around Shanghai. I think we're going to lose the DRS, though, to Max before we've even got it, though, which is a bit of a shame. But if we can just try and hang on ahead of the guys behind, that would be quite good. This is the problem. We don't take anything out of him. Like, through the corners where we can take a little bit of time out of everybody else, Verstappen just holds level. And that means, obviously, on all the bits where we lose time, he just obviously pulls away, as you would expect. But there we go. Verstappen's won the sprint to add to his already impressive collection this year. We're about to get mugged by Carlos Sainz. In fact, there's no point even trying to defend this. And the back straight. Here comes Carlos, and goodbye. I don't know. I don't think Alonso got DRS, though.
That's us down a place.
If we can keep Alonso out of the DRS, though, and battle for P2, that'd be good. Come on, get the power down. Yes! That's really good, then. So that might force those two a little bit further away. Welcome in, Caroline. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Right, can I switch sides again? Oh, no, nicked a wheel on the grass. Ah! We're going for it. There we go. Easy. Send it. And all that good stuff. The knife girl is lurking in chat for sure. I hope not. If she's ghosted me for like more than, or like 2 years now, but is watching my Twitch streams, then that's slightly awkward. You've lost out if you're here. I'm better off without the threat of being stabbed.
Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings.
Does she still watch Matt 2 and 2?
Just
I
some
gave
bad
Knife
data,
Girl a
so
sub.
keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine
That would be
problems.
absolutely insane. Have you looked at any houses yet? Ah! My monitor's gone. Oh no, we're good. We looked actually on Sunday. Bit of an odd day to go looking for houses. But yeah, that was kind of what spurred on the conversation last night during stream. Because obviously we went and actually had a look at a couple of houses on Saturday. We've mainly on Sunday even. We've mainly looked at kind of new builds so far. Because like I said, we're not going to be in a position where we can buy until at least sort of January, February. At the absolute earliest. It's kind of like no point looking at, like, secondhand, you know what I mean? Like, houses, obviously, that are already lived in. Because, like, obviously, I've moved house a couple of times in my life.
Good job.
The worst kind of humans, and I mean this, the worst kind of humans are those that book to look at a house when they know they have no intention of ever buying it. Those people belong... There's a special place reserved for those people. Because someone has to go to the painstaking thing of tidying up their entire house, trying to make it look really presentable. Because it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. Just for someone else just to completely waste their time. Like, at one point, my parents were looking at potentially selling this house that we're in now. And one of our neighbours, like 4 doors down, booked a viewing. And you like, you know, I'm not going to jump to conclusions or make assumptions or anything like that, but their house, in comparison to this one, there was no chance they were going to be able to afford it. It was simply just so they could have a nosy round. Those kind of people are the worst. What I mean is, around where I live, like, there's no old houses that are smaller than new builds. Like, new builds are some of the cheapest houses available where I am. Right, come on, we need to try and go for a power move. 1 lap to go. We gotta... Oh, sorry, Sainz! I've forced him onto the grass! That might bring Alonso back into the fight. I genuinely wasn't trying to do that then to Carlos. I mean, Verstappen, we have absolutely gifted him this race victory. He's under no pressure at all in the second half there. As Alonso now going for a huge dive down at the hairpin. Can we try and get the power down to hook it up the inside? Sorry, he won't have a look for it there. He's going to still try it. Fernando Alonso, what a move. Has the grip. He's got the grip, especially through the second part of the corner. Oh, we'll keep it there, though. Very aggressively dive back down the inside there. Maybe that was a bad choice. Perhaps I want the DRS. Down the back straights. Here comes Fernando. We'll try and be super cheeky with it. Oh, he tries to turn in. He knows what I'm attempting. Fernando Alonso, has he just been mugged off there as he parks it on the apex? Maybe trying to slow us down. Will we be able to get the run, though? In towards the final couple of corners. I tell you what, for what has ended up being a fairly quiet sprint, it suddenly got dramatic right at the end. Alonso's got no battery. See you later, Sonny. And up into P2 will go yet again then. So Max Verstappen, he's won the last 3 Grand Prix in a row. He's going to win the sprint here in Shanghai, the first sprint race of the new season. But from 7th on the grid, a beautifully timed red flag. We're going to bag P2. Huge points on the board. I will take that one. Happy with that.
Wraps up the sprint race, but there's still more action to come this weekend. Still to come, qualifying, and of course, the Grand Prix.
Well, I mean, look at that. Verstappen's fastest lap, 6/10 clear of mine. It was only really Sainz and Stroll that got particularly close to it in the end. But yeah, the Dutchman takes the win ahead of myself and Alonso there. Sainz ahead of Stroll, Perez in 6th yet again, and then both Mercs there 7th and 8th place. A bit gutted. Albon seems to have dropped way down the order in the end. And yeah, Leclerc out of the finishes. That penalty really did completely screw him over at the end of the day there as well. But in terms of the championship, that's going to give Williams a huge boost there. We're now just 3 points back from Lance Stroll as well. Constructors-wise, well, yeah, we've got a huge lead over V-Carb and Kick Sauber. So hopefully we'll hang on to that. 2 points in it between Aston Martin and Mercedes. 4 points in it between McLaren and Ferrari. Red Bull are absolutely dominating, to the surprise of probably no one. There's definitely not a chance I can... Like, unless Verstappen has a mechanical failure and we get incredibly lucky, there is no chance I can win this. Like, absolutely no chance whatsoever. Oh, is the stream gone? Oh, no. It's not even cloudy. It did this last night. We'll give it a minute. We'll give it a minute. Stream just died and came back. I've had nothing show up on my end for it. It's definitely struggling. It is. We're there. I think we're there. Soap Mactavish, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Hang on a minute. It survived Le Mans. No issues. Do I time out Toast again for 10 minutes? I must have missed that one. Why are we banning Toast? Can't even get my bits back, even though nobody picked correctly. Everybody loses bits if no one predicts correctly. I don't just ban it. Toast is banned for 10 minutes. What's he done? I must have missed this one. Ran Verstappen out of the championship. I think Verstappen, I could crash into him for like the next 3 Grand Prix and he'd still be winning. He's basically got double the points of anybody else. They've made Mercedes F1 Manager Season 1 impossible. Mercedes are so bad in F1 Manager, like it's quite funny. Right, chat, is stream working again? Because on my end, the bitrate is still incredibly low. Like, is it working on everybody else's end? Like, on my end, it's still running at, like, 2,000 kilobytes. Muted. Toast getting bullied by mods is a running joke, to be fair. We love Toast. I've been... Wait, Toast got banned for 22 minutes and I didn't even notice. If you let me down, I will find you. There is no way I'll qualify P4 or P5. I think, honestly, the sprint we got quite lucky with qualifying. The way everything worked out. Right, why is it still... Is the bitrate okay? Like, on my end, it's showing a really, really low, but I got no idea whether it's actually a problem or not. Like, it's starting to come back. Come on! Bitrate. Mods back out, ban mods. Oh man, what's he doing? I don't really want to restart the stream because obviously we've got quite a lot of people in here. It's good, then bad, then good. Okay. Okay. Perfectly fine. We'll roll into qualifying then, I guess. We'll see what happens.
Well, here we go again. Welcome back to Shanghai. Welcome back to qualifying.
Still an hour and a half of racing. Yeah, we've got a long way to go still. I reckon we might be done by 10 PM UK time. I hope we are. That's 2.5 hours away. Dart with another 10 bits. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, we got racing to do, ladies and gents. We've got to get on with it. Bitrate seems to be slowly bringing itself back up as well, which is good news. Toes is going to beat the Swede and just got wrecked. What time did I do in sprint qualifying? I think whatever laps those are quicker. Aubergine Man, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We've got to be inclusive, chat. We'll never gain more viewers if we're not inclusive. You've got to be nice to new people that join. We're family friendly, apart from the stories of when I get stabbed or not stabbed. And we don't threaten people with steak knives. That's a big no-no. Right, get your predictions in then, ladies and gents. Where are we going to finish in real qualifying? We had a really good qualifying effort in the sprint. We've scored more points from one sprint race than I've scored in every GP so far this year. So let's hope we can try and bring out another good points haul in the Grand Prix proper. At the final corner, up over the line. We get 2 laps this time round. The Map 212 Iceberg. You've got to be at a certain level of, like, internet fame. Have an iceberg made about you. That would be absolutely wild. With those kind of things as well, like, I would love to see how much of it was actually accurate and how much wasn't. Oh, God, the understeer. This car's really odd. Like, you'll get it tipped into a corner, and in the last moment, it'll just understeer out a bit more. It's really, really peculiar.
And we've been pushed down to P20.
So chat, at the end of streams as well, I need to start remembering to raid other people. Because I need an award on Twitch of raiding enough people with enough viewers. So I need to try and remember, you need to remind me when I'm doing solitaire that I need to raid someone at the end of it. We'll see it. I don't know if Matt can. Sorry? Have I missed a message here? I mean, this lap so far has felt fairly hooked up. Not perfect, but not bad either. 33.1 set by Esteban Ocon. Hopefully we'll go quicker than that. That's towards the line. We are going to go quicker than that. 32.5. P11. That's more where I expect it to be. I have to be family friendly. Chat doesn't. That's probably about right. What worries me then is I read we don't have to be family friendly, and we don't have to take our clothes off to have a good time came to my head. Such a good song. Dirty song, but a good song, all at the same time. There we go. So that time around, I've only got 4 tenths on Alex. So no idea what happened in the sprint. But I guess we'll take it. It might violate Twitch TOS. Am I going to get banned? Why is F122 in your tags? Because I probably forgot to update it in like a year. Are tags that important? Do I need to update them? Toast. We're not going to get into that kind of conversation tonight, are we? Save it for the OnlyFans. Okay, noted. Right, come on then. I want to try and find another couple of tenths. I reckon our battle this weekend is with Lance Stroll. That's who we've got to try and beat. So let's see if we can get a bit closer to him in qualifying. I didn't actually see what his lap time was. But we're going to bring on the sweat. Final lap in anger this weekend. And I tell you what, the cars actually work quite nicely here. So we'll take it. Don't bottle it now. Like, when you get a lap hooked up, this track's actually really good fun. It's just really difficult to get hooked up. And those first couple of corners can be painful.
Right, we're
Tenth and a half up
now.
now.
We've been pushed down to P11.
Oh, Albon's improved. That's a good time. So I think Williams have got some decent pace here. We just kind of were able to execute it more in the sprint than Alex was. Nice traction up the hill. Oh, a little bit wide away from the apex there, but shouldn't cost me too much. Just nick that curve through the second part. Oh, I didn't tick it in enough. Come on. 3.5 tenths up. We're doing all right. 3 tenths up even. That was nice. Car stay flat over the curb. Oh, a little bit of understeer. That'll cost us. That'll really cost us. We'll get back on the throttle though nice and early so we don't lose as much. And hopefully we can carry the speed down the back straight. We hit the bump on the exit though there, which will cost us a bit more. Look at the time just slowly creeping up. We'll know we'll lose a little bit of it through the final couple of corners because I've used just a little bit more battery up to this point. But nice and tidy on the throttle down. Half a second up. I would take an improvement like this at the moment. It's through the final corner. Car sits planted nicely. 7 tenths up. We go P7 again. I will have that. I will have that. That is glorious. There we go. There we go. Hey! It said 7th. It said 7th, I swear. So was that, did anyone vote for P2? I swear it said 7th. I swear the steering wheel genuinely said 7th. What on earth is that? Sam's paid out the wrong awards. Did anyone actually vote for P2? Did it say 2nd and I just can't read? Am I that blind? Have we seriously got pace around here? We must do. This is really, really odd there. Quicker than Norris and Perez in the end. I mean, we'll definitely drop down the order a little bit in the race, but, I mean, yeah, even then. Verstappen half a second clear of anybody else. Alex Albon's not that far away. We've genuinely got a competitive car here. It's working around this circuit. A ton of people voted P2. Did Sosa get scammed? Surely not. 55% said P2 to P3. Chat, well, I blame my mods, of course. But I'm so sorry. I genuinely thought that said 7th. Sam gets the bottle emojis. I genuinely read that as 7th. I did not realise we were on for, like, that much of an improvement relative to the rest of the grid. That was wild. Absolutely wild. Well, hopefully we won't bottle it as we get into the race. Because we've got a lot of racing still to do. 56 laps here in Shanghai. This is going to be a long one. Ban Sam for 600 seconds. Only I can do it. I have the power. Get your predictions in for the race then, chat. I mean, if you want to bet your points now, apparently it doesn't matter where I finish. You might win points, you might lose points. Nobody knows. It depends what Sam's voted for, I guess. The win could happen, but you could still end up out of pocket. Toast, what is the beef about, bro? Smurf's going to do the predictions. We can win. Yeah, exactly. Points now are dictated purely by how Sam feels. Apparently. Don't do a Lando Norris. I'm going to try not to do a Lando Norris. I always forget Red Bull won their first race here 15 years ago.
We're here in the Yangtze
That is
River
wild.
Delta today, home of the 16 corners that make up the Shanghai International Circuit.
That's why I always
54%
lose
of this
them.
3.2
Blame Sam.
mile lap is taken at full throttle. We'll be getting up to speeds of around 200 miles per hour with DRS assistance down the back straight before the cars break into the tight
Oh, I've got my aircon on and I'm still sweating, chat. Don't know if I can turn it down more. Oh no, it's down at the lowest it can go.
World champion
I don't want to turn the fan up though, because otherwise it will destroy the audio too much. That is the most cursed front row you'll ever see. Like, why have we got exactly the same eyes and facial expression?
Russell, Fernando Alonso, Sainz, Hamilton, Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon.
Sorry, Mustafa.
Perez.
It's got to be done, though. Oh, Perez with a pen.
Hulkenberg,
Albon almost in the points to
Jones,
kickstart this one.
Magnussen, Oscar Piastri, and Esteban Ocon lines up at the back of the grid.
Oh,
It's almost
Piastri and
time.
Ocon with
There's
pens
5
as
red
well.
lights
That one's
to
no
go out
surprise.
there. Let's see who can prevail today.
I must admit, chat,
So, we
this has
welcome
got to
you
be,
the
in
commentary
terms of
box.
Grand
I'm
Prix,
Alex
one of the
Jakes
ones I'm not
alongside
looking
me
forward
for
to in
this
this
race, and
series.
it's gonna be some race.
Dart with another
United
5
States.
bits. Thank you,
Well,
thank you,
this
thank
is
you,
the
buddy.
most advanced sport anywhere on the planet. How's it changed since you were last racing?
The cars have got bigger.
They
they're
got
heavier,
4 tons of
but
downforce
critically,
when
there's more
Anthony
downforce
Davidson
to
was
play with
racing.
as well.
Now,
there's around 4
5 tons of
downforce
downforce.
on the car.
See, look at that.
300 kilometers an
I've heard that one way too many times recently. Not as bad as whether I've got any pre-race rituals. Right. Strategy. I think we want to go hards in the middle of the GP. I don't know how far the mediums will go. So what we'll do is we'll do 20 laps. Hey? We do like 20 laps on each set. I guess the mediums were doing okay by the end of the sprint. If we go like that and like that, that works. 18, 20, 18. I mean, it's not meant to rain at all unless we get a red flag or something like that. Fuel as well might be a bit tight towards the end of this one, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, I mean, if we could challenge Verstappen into turn 1, that would be hilarious. We might have a shot. He's on hards. Can we take the lead into the very first corner? It's 5 red lights. It's going to be lights out, and away we go. Come on, we're going to do it. I reckon we can do this. In towards the very first corner here in Shanghai and Williams. Are we? Surely. Surely Verstappen hasn't got the grip on those hards. Yes, we have. Into the lead of the Chinese Grand Prix for the first time. I don't think we led any laps in the sprint, did we? I think we got close to Verstappen, but I don't think we actually were ahead of him at any point. So now, immediately, we've got the quite difficult task of holding on to him. Because I think Verstappen knows he can basically just dominate this one. Dart with another 9 bits as well. Thank you very much, buddy. We've got to try and hang on to this lead for as long as possible. And when I say for as long as possible, it's going to be probably until we get out to the back straight. Boy, oh boy, this car feels heavy with fuel. Oh, this is so sluggish. So sluggish through these first few corners. I mean, the heavy fuel is going to wreck this first set of tyres. It's going to absolutely pull them apart. But luckily, so we had no real issues with tyre overheating in the sprint, so I'm hoping that doesn't befall us today. As I said, we'll probably lose the lead by the time we get out into the back straight. I almost did it to myself there. So here comes Verstappen. Give him a little bit of a squeeze. We're actually going to give him quite a lot of a squeeze. 3 wide for the lead. And here comes Carlos Sainz as well. They're powering around the outside of the pair of us. Don't box me in. Come on. I made contact with both of them, but Sainz, what a power move that is. And the Spaniard will lead the way then out of the final corner. Ferrari, Red Bull, and Williams all battling at the front of the order. Well, I'm a bit gutted, to be honest, that we ended up down a spot on lap 1, but immediately we're going to try and go back for it again on the Dutchman. I mean, those hard tyres might be a bit of a pain for him early on. Sorry, Sainz. But where's Albon? Is he... I think Albon might have dropped back slightly. That's a shame. Albon seems to have good qualifying pace here, but nothing in terms of the race.
Battery charge is high. Let's use
Fat
that
2 and 2
overtake
strikes
a bit
again.
more.
Fat 2 and 2 needs to go for a run tomorrow morning, chat. He's got to be a good boy and actually get on with it. Oh, the understeer through there is so bad. Even worse, obviously, when you're in the dirty air. These ground effect cars don't work. Oh, come on. I mean, again, a bit like we saw in the sprint, it is going to be all about just trying to hang inside the DRS range of that car in front early on here. And that will kind of define how our race goes. Ugh! Or I'm too busy reading chat. We can't stay in the DRS. Sainz has been given a window. There's loads of other cars that are going to come rolling through. I think I've accidentally blocked George Russell on the exit of the corner. That could have gone a whole lot worse for me. But was not the ideal start. I mean, look at this. We've got Russell and Stroll as well. Trying to get involved. Fernando, there's contact between Leclerc and Verstappen. Ferrari sensed an opportunity for their first win of the year, and they are bullying the Dutchman into submission there. Probably helped by the fact he had a spinning Williams in his way. Get your bottle emojis in, chat. That was awful. Don't spin yourself, spin Max. I don't think you can really spin the AI like that very easily on this game. I almost did with Logan Sargent a couple of days ago. But yeah, it is not easy. Well, come on in, Sophia. Hope you're doing well.
Look out
Tells
for
a
the
story to
when
chat,
trailing
Matt
the
doesn't
car
bother
ahead.
me.
They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
I need to try and think of more stories then, Smurf. We gotta bring more story time. Come on. I think... I don't know whether Leclerc will be any quicker than Sainz, but... I mean, this for us is going to be all about the DRS trains. Qualifying was definitely a bit of a fluke. There is no way we really have the pace for that kind of result here. Why am I in first? I mean, Verstappen is really struggling though early on. You can see him having to harvest battery. Is he even inside the range of Leclerc still? I'm from the UK, Sophia. Right, come on. Let's try and get a run. Lando, is he going to look for it? No, he's going to go defensive. Is he going to dive it down the inside of Max? No, he's not, but he opens up the door. Bottle Job Norris versus Bottle Job 212. He tried to turn in on me, but we'll make it happen.
Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 1.8 seconds.
Do you know Gary if you're from Canada? You know my good friend Gary? It'd be helpful if you did. Give more stories, you'll get more points. What other stories have I got, chat? I don't have that many great stories, I'll be honest. Like, I don't know what ones I've told before and what ones I haven't. I've told you all about the one of that person that tried shoplifting back when I worked at Sainsbury's, didn't I? I know, and because I'd only been there like a week, and apparently you're not meant to kind of stop them. But I didn't know that at the time, so I kind of just had a confrontation with them out in the car park. What games do I play? Mainly racing games. Most of the time it's F1. Stories about how you don't pay your mods. The thing is, like, as I've always said, if I'm in a position longer term where I can, then I absolutely will. I'm not a full-time streamer. I do make content full-time, but streaming is only a small part of that. I don't stream full-time. Right, so Verstappen now is out of the range of Leclerc. So next lap, we're going to try and get it. I always feel bad still, Sam. Story time about that time you won the NASCAR race on iRacing. Well, that one NASCAR race I won, that was... Was it Michigan? No, what was it? It was a really fast... Was it a 2-mile oval? And we jumped into free practice beforehand, and I basically spent 25 minutes spinning out because I could not drive it to save my life. And then we got into the race, and for whatever reason, I was just able to lock in. And it's my only ever NIS win on iRacing. I'd love to get another one at some point. One of the best night streams ever. That was a late night stream as well. I miss doing those. Like I said, once I've moved in, I'm hoping, like we have spoke about, I might be allowed to do those again. Because they were good fun. I did not watch the IndyCar, sadly. I didn't have time. But I heard it was chaos, and Alex Palou is the luckiest man in the world. Yeah, Ferrari are waltzing away right now. It is still very early doors, but it is not helping anybody else. Problem is, I think if I get past Max, I won't be able to keep up with Leclerc. I use Discord a little bit, but not a huge amount. I think that race finished at, like, gone midnight, I want to say? Because I think they started at 10 PM UK time, and they were normally over 2 hours. So I think that one, and that was one of the last NIS races I ever did as well. Not because it was like, oh, I've achieved that now, but it was then obviously last Sue and Sue and I were spending more time together, and Wednesday nights just worked. So the only one I think I've done since then was Daytona this year, and that went terribly. Is the Discord back on that? Not yet. I need to work on it.
Brilliant.
Perhaps
Nice
Discord
move.
2025 is going to be the way to go. Where Discord? Right, the thing is as well, I'm not convinced I can actually pull away from Verstappen here. Maybe if him and Norris battle a bit, then I could, but I don't think we'll be able to get him out of the DRS, so I'm not sure whether it's worth staying behind him or trying to get past and close in on the next few cars. Because I can't close in on Leclerc. Like, there's no way I'm going to be able to take time out of Charles.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 2.4 seconds.
Man, the lockups are so brutal into that corner because they just ruin you right through the snail section as well. Yeah, I think Verstappen's going to go straight back past me here. Girls before iRacing. To be fair, they cost about the same. Hang on a minute. I haven't been working on the Discord particularly intensely. I have been thinking about what I want to do differently with it, to be fair. But Matt buys women confirmed. Yeah, I kind of gathered as soon as I said that was going to get taken out of context. There we go. I mean, we just keep going back past Verstappen, so we're not really costing each other much time. But we're not gaining any over Charles either. I mean, is that a topic of conversation that we get into that I don't understand why on earth you'd pay for that kind of thing? I don't know. I think Twitch again might ban me. You need help with the Discord, DM me. I will be in touch, Fed. Like I said, I'm going to spend a little bit more time. I need to sit down at some point and kind of work out exactly what I want to do with it. But I am going to try and build up a new one again. "32 minutes, I didn't even see anything rude this time." Oh, toast. Do you think Ricciardo will be kept on next year? I don't think so. I would be surprised if he is, to be honest. What did I miss so far? Mika, we have had the wildest evening so far. Twitch chat were absolutely mental throughout practice. The sprint was just wild. For whatever reason, Shanghai, one of the races I was least looking forward to this season, the car's working really nicely. I reckon, though, we're not a million miles away from Verstappen being quicker on those hards. So if we then are in a position where we can just keep up with him, that would be good. Because we're definitely starting to cost each other more time now against Leclerc. Verstappen will be the key to get us back to those Ferraris. Like, we just weirdly have a lot of pace tonight. I don't know why. Oh, no, I need to get rid of that command, don't I? I need to go through all my commands again at some point. Because I want to add a few new ones and remove a couple.
Okay,
The thing is as
keep
well
an eye
with
on that gap
Verstappen,
ahead, please. 3.2
he doesn't
seconds.
get far enough ahead when he does get past me. So it's kind of like we are just stripping each other over at the moment. I mean, we don't lose much time around the rest of the lap. But it is just obviously, yeah, going past each other over and over. Have you had Lucky Charms before? They're quite difficult to get here. I've heard of Lucky Charms. I've never seen them or had them. Are they any good? Are they incredibly sugary? Like, they're not really a breakfast cereal. We did have a good story time as well. I told chat about one of my first ever dates. Didn't go well. Do you think Red Bull will win a race this season? I wouldn't discount it entirely. I don't think you'll turn around and say Red Bull are never going to win again. And speaking of Red Bull, just chop across Max's nose into turn 1. So we seem to lose most of our time through between the back straight and turn 3. I reckon if we use a bit of battery strategically, we can start bringing down that gap to Leclerc just a little bit.
Okay, mate. Tyres are currently running too hot. Please keep those tyre temps under control.
I was so worried then that was a mechanical failure. Tyre temps, though, I tell you what, today are looking pretty good. I'm really not struggling with them anywhere near as much as I thought. Although any tyre temperature task here in Shanghai is impossible. Because you cook the tyres through there, and they just don't cool back down again. What do you spread on toast? Butter. Not on toast in chat, I should add. On toast bread. I don't put butter on Formula Toast. I should specify. Oh, Bradson, dearie me. I get HR in.
Okay, we lost the position. Try to keep focus.
Right, come on, Max. If you're going to keep doing that, at least start closing in on Leclerc. How far will the AI go, do we reckon, on their tyres? Could we one-stop this? That's a bit higher than I'd like. I suppose if we can get these tyres to like lap 25, then it should be possible.
The car ahead is a second a lap faster than you.
Right, I'm going to deliberately sit behind Max this time. I'm going to let him do his thing and see if he can close in a bit.
The car behind.
Right, we'll let Max do what he's best, and we'll see if he can start closing in that gap to Leclerc. It is a race of strategy here, as we're only on lap 10. I'm about a third of the way through the evening's worth of laps, ladies and gents. Just over, I think. That curb is so scary. Because you can't correct it too early, otherwise you just spin out the other way.
Okay, well,
But you can't correct it too late.
Not to worry, there's a long way to go in this race, so let's focus.
That's why that program is impossible. I was going to say I'm surprised the left's taking so much of a battering here, but it doesn't actually, because of course you've got all these snail sections, haven't you? Right, can we get the run on Verstappen then? Oh, you're actually quite far back already, so we need to be under his gearbox again, but I think, yeah, Verstappen is going quicker than Charles, which is good. Go softs. The softs here, I mean, they're almost dead after the 4 laps we did on them in the sprint, as I almost did take out Verstappen there. There's no way you can do soft compound tyres. Like, for a normal stint in Shanghai, the softs are impossible to use. I do not like Marmite. Actually, bizarrely, I think we've spoken about this before on stream, I vaguely remember. I weirdly am, and I know this is ridiculous, I'm ambivalent to Marmite. If it's on something, I'll eat it. If it's not, then I don't care either. Only I could be neutral about Marmite, the thing that is meant to kind of, like, completely divide human life. Someone can make a 10-hour compilation of me sing. Probably. I say it quite a lot. I feel like in my old age I'm getting worse and worse for saying the same things over and over. The word of today is ambivalent. It's a good word. I like ambivalent. I actually no, I don't like ambivalent. I feel ambivalent about the word ambivalent. You eat a dictionary. Ambivalent isn't that weird a word, is it? Like, what other word would you use to, like, apart from on the fence? Like, neutral? Ambivalent is just kind of the word I would always use for that. Unopinionated? I don't know. How do you feel about the word juxtaposition? It's a big one. It is. No one's heard of the word ambivalent. Eh? Surely not. Sure, ambivalent is not that odd a word. Right, chat, effectively now we're doing a Sunday drive at the moment. Drink water? I'll wait till I get to the back straight. How long have you been saving those points for, Sam? There's Reese's Pieces with another bit. Thank you very much, buddy. I believe Toast has been freed. Oh, damn it, I've lost the DRS now. We're not on a Sunday drive. I've got to get back in the range of Max. Damn it. Come on. Oh, 1.2. We're going to have to use battery. And when I say we're going to have to use battery, I mean all of it. 1.5? Oh, dearie me. He's getting away. He's really getting away. Right, drink some water. I banged my teeth trying to do that, and I've used way too much battery because of it. Not because of banging my teeth, but because I had to drink. Come on, get back in the range. Oh, we're not going to do it. Damn it. I want my £500. Oh, no. Max is gone. We're not getting a podium.
6 seconds.
Oh, and here comes Lando as well. Come on, long way round. I know, I reckon it's in our best interest to let him have this. I don't think he can keep up with Max, though, annoyingly. Yeah, I think we're just starting to see the hard tyres. Now is the better tyre.
Okay, be aware, the grip levels are going to start falling away soon.
Oh, come on, lose it. Max Verstappen is a very quick driver. Quicker than me. Oh yeah, we're definitely starting to lose grip now. It's not bad, but it's noticeable. Especially when obviously the harder tyres are able to just grip up that little bit more. I think though we might try a one-stop here. Like trying to pit the extra time did not work at Japan. So I don't think it'll work here either. Like unfortunately the AI still are way too lateral with their timings and that kind of thing. Marcus, I'm losing places. It's going badly. I don't reckon it's two-stop. I reckon this is genuinely a one-stop, as here comes Alonso as well. I mean, all of those hard compound runners now starting to tear past us. We'll get the power down there around the outside of Fernando. I mean, I say that. George Russell is on mediums and he's waiting right behind us, so I think we're just getting a bit slower. I wouldn't say I'll bottle it. I would just say that other drivers are getting... Other drivers' strategies are starting to work for them. The AI love to start on hard tyres in these races for some reason. They love to do a hard tyre start. Because we are now, at the end of this lap, 25% of the way through this Grand Prix. We've only been here for an hour and a half. It's going to take 6 hours. I say that. If I do the Bathurst 1000 solo, that is going to take about 6 hours. That's going to be tough. Box for the undercut. No, because what I'm worried about is if the AI in fact one stop, then I won't get an undercut on anybody, and then I'll be in even more trouble. I want to know, I want to have a better idea of what the AI are doing. I don't want to box for an undercut and potentially screw myself. What is HOTD? Go on lap 24. Well, that's what I'm thinking. So if I can get the tyres to lap 24, lap 25, then hopefully then we can go. Just call me Bono. What are my opinion on Smarties? Yeah, they're good. Not my favourite chocolate in the world. I like Revels, chat. Revels seem to have come back recently, and I'm all for it. I am making myself fat off Revels, and I love it. Oh yeah, I've got race engine here, haven't I?
Lando's ahead of you now. Okay, the gap
He
is
won't
less
tell
than
me
a
anything
second.
worthwhile.
Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Okay, we think they've got 2
Ooh.
stops remaining. 2 stops remaining.
Okay.
Time last lap, 1:37.7. Alright, you're falling
So
back
that
by
is good to
1/10
know.
per lap.
So AI are apparently 2-stopping. I still think, though, the one-stop, if possible, is going to be the way to go here. Because you do lose a lot of time in the pit lane. So I'm going to try and hang with Lando for as long as I can before we worry about pitting or doing anything like that. He might end up hitting around the same time as us, to be fair. But that is really good to know. I was not that might be the first time Mark's been actually helpful on this game. The Sainz still is just dominating up front. Verstappen hasn't got the pace over the Ferraris. He hasn't really got the pace over Lando either, to be honest. He's not really pulling away from him. But we are just hanging on to Lando Norris right now. What's your favourite flavour of ice cream? I like caramel. Salty caramel ice cream. Once Jeff left, the games went to shit. It is a sad reality, isn't it? That Mark joining was when the F1 games started to go downhill. I'm going to be doing a video very soon, chat, going back and playing F1 2021. I think that's going to be good fun.
We're approaching the pit window now, and you're going to be on hards next time.
I'm starting to regret P9 to P11. There is still a lot that can go wrong in a race like this, don't you
The car
worry.
behind is dropping back by about 0.3 a lap. Well done.
Like, you look, I think that's Albert up in 8th place. Like, those AI are not far behind still. So here we go. Lando might now just get in the range of Max. That could be handy for both of us here. Because I think, yeah, we're seeing Leclerc struggle a bit more. Lance Stroll, new fastest lap of the day. Things I did not expect to see this afternoon, ladies and gents, or this evening. Yeah, Lando's definitely going to have that DRS this time. Come on. We got to be a little bit closer to him. That McLaren is good on its tyres. I mean, he's taken a good 4/10 out of Max, I think, there. He's done really well over the last couple of laps. I mean, to be fair, the mediums don't feel bad. They just feel a little bit slippery. Who's my celebrity crush? Oh, chat. It worries me how much, like, last 2-1-2 has, like, a very, intricate system. Because one of the most common questions, genuinely, one of the most common questions I get asked by my girlfriend is when we see people on TV, pints. Which, if you don't know what that means, if you're one of my younger viewers, it's how many pints you would need before you'd sleep with someone. Now, she has a very up-to-date system of how my pintage sits. So I think there's probably 3 contenders, I'm gonna say. It's gotta be one of the Little Mix girls. I could not name you a Little Mix girl. I could not name you a Little Mix song, I know nothing about them. There's 3 contenders, chat. Need about 12. You reckon she'd only need 12? So. Margot Robbie, of course, very, very... I mean, actually, to be fair, they're all basic. Who am I kidding? Margot Robbie, Ana de Armas, and, of course, Sydney Sweeney. Hang on a minute, aren't the Spice Girls, like, in their 50s now? Like, whenever you see... Is Jerry Halliwell a Spice Girl? I think she is, isn't she? Like, whenever you see any of them nowadays, like, I think that... I can't remember her name. Is it Emma? I think she's a bit younger. But, yeah, they're all ages getting to them,
Okay,
I'll say.
focus. We need to stay on form.
I have no idea who most of those people are that chat on our naming. Well, I got roasted a few weeks ago, but I didn't know who Sabrina Carpenter is. Verstappen is definitely struggling.
Okay, the pit window's open.
Have you ever had a
so
tea
let's
cake? A
box this
Tunnocks
lap,
tea
box
cake.
this lap.
They are good. Oh, you just reminded me. They are really good. Or a walnut whip. They're good as well. But yeah, tea cakes are really nice. I don't have them very often. I don't know who that is, chat.
The car in front is a second a lap faster. 1 second.
What on earth is that message? I should never have gone back to read that. Ugh. Albon is up in 8th, so Alex Albon's having a good race so far. I'm loving this for our teammate. Could we get our first double point stall of the year? Are Williams making progress? I mean, he's outpacing Hamilton and Perez right now. That is wild.
Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach.
Right, so team want us in the end of this one. I think we're going to extend just a bit longer. Tyres are already at 50%, so we can definitely go a little bit further. Where have we gone, chat? What's happened to us? What did we say about being family friendly? We've got to be better than this. We've got to encourage more new viewers in. Oh, someone boxed. Ferrari in. Ferrari in. I think that's Leclerc. So Leclerc, one of our first front runners to blink then, so he's definitely two stopping. Sainz, our leader, still out there. But yeah, I tell you what, Alonso is taking time out of Verstappen. So Verstappen could be under pressure pretty soon. So it might be, yeah, that even the hard compound runners dive in pretty soon. I've said it before, and I'll say it again though, chat. Whenever Last 2-1-2 asked me points about anyone, there is only one no pointer in my life, and that is Last 2-1-2. I'm sure that's going to get clipped, and she's going to see that and tell me off, but still. It's true. Smart man. Yeah, Last 2-1-2 says I'm about 6 pints on a good night. I've had to keep her drunk a lot in our time together. Well, there we go. Carlos Sainz in. Lando Norris in. Oh, Alonso in. That's thrown me out. Ugh. That was horrible through the final corner. So Verstappen's going to be back into the lead then of this race.
4.5 seconds.
This is really, really old so far. Medium and hard compound runners all diving in around the same time. So looks like the mediums... looks like the hards, haven't actually lasted that much further as Russell tried to have a look around there outside. Yeah, that's a real surprise.
Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits.
Chat, I think we're being way too open with each other this evening. We're learning far more about each other than I think any of us ever wanted to. Oh, that's what I forgot to say, chat. For anyone that was here last night that was asking how many bits they would need to donate if they wanted an invite to our wedding, I said this to Last 2-1-2 afterwards. She said it would depend on the person. I would need to know some background information. But basically, she's decided she's going to dictate that. She's going to tell you how many bits based on... I don't know what information she's basing it on. But that's what she's going to be basing it. She's deciding. Right, here we go. George Russell making his way through. I mean, Ferrari are only 14 seconds back. So basically, what we need is to still be ahead of them by the time we pit. Otherwise, we are going to be in trouble. Effectively, then, our pit stop strategy would have been pointless otherwise. So we need to be... I mean, ideally, I'd only want to lose a second or so a lap to them. I mean, the pace hasn't really fallen off yet. As Russell, Verstappen, and I might all be one-stopping. I'm going to let Russell do his thing this lap. Just see how much more pace than he has got at this stage. Bike Force, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Okay, yeah, Leclerc's rapid. That was nuts. Leclerc went 3 seconds faster than me that time, chat. We're in trouble. Don't start panicking. Yeah, I've got to try and save a little bit of battery behind George. But it depends on when he's going to pit as well. and whether I can even keep up with him. Because say, that gap to Verstappen is just inching up again slightly. So I think we are definitely getting towards the end of these tyres' life, but it is okay. Ugh! Not when I do that, it's not. That was close. Wedding invite for 50 bits. I think 50 bits might be a slightly... well, first of all, Last 2 and 2 has no idea like what bits are or things like that in terms of Twitch. So, we might have to do it as purely like a financial conversion. But I feel like you're going to be slightly disappointed. I would have thought... Like, I know the girl fairly well. I think you're going to be slightly surprised. I'm not getting an invite. I'm not sending a damn bit. Yeah, gonna need that money for the flights. Carlos Sainz, 135.8. Yeah, Ferrari are cooking. I think if we can go to the end of 25, then we're in a pretty good spot. But Ferrari will be right there. How about 500? Again, I think Last 2 and 2 is kind of hoping that... basically, I think what she's hoping for is if there was a number put in place, it would basically cover the cost of a wedding. But I don't really know. Oh, tyre warning lights on. That's not good. I'm immediately met with a little bit more understeer. I'm going to ask Mark what George Russell's meant to be doing in terms of strategy. Don't know why I keep going that way.
Russell's ahead of you now. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. They've done 21 laps on those tyres. We think they've got one more stop.
Ooh, okay.
Last lap, 1 minute 38.0. Right, at the moment.
So that is interesting then.
Come on, dig in.
Russell is definitely one stopping as well then, according to the team. So, yeah, we would have been mugged off by a couple of drivers had I decided to pit. So we've just got to kind of stay out here, keep getting the laps under our belt. But we're doing okay. King Kenny Boy, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. So when is Russell... I mean, we basically got to wait till Russell pits, haven't we? And then we can just dive in with him. Last 2 and 2 has been here before, yes. So he does occasionally lurk, but I don't know when. I mean, to be fair, it's actually only about 2 seconds a lap quicker they're going, just over. But yeah, depending on when Russell dives in. I mean, we might be able to get the undercut on George, to be fair. I think Fed deserves an invite. I mean, it would depend on kind of how big our wedding is and a lot of other things.
Okay, mate, we want to make sure we're saving some ERS, so let's try and charge it up now.
Right, come on, we just got to try and get that battery pack charged up a little bit. Ugh! Oh, come on, nose in, nose in, nose in. Don't get the understeer. I've got the understeer. Yeah, we're not going to be able to save that battery up this lap. Again, I've got to keep making sure that we stay in the range of George. I mean, we will obviously have that DRS as well, which is handy, but... Diarrhea Cha-Cha-Champ. What on earth is that for a name? I like Gourmet Peanut. That's my favourite name on Twitch right now. An actual viewer is called that. Verstappen's in. So George Russell now is going to lead this Grand Prix, and I've lost the DRS. Can I get back inside the range of George? I'm going to have to send it through turn 1.
Okay, so we're
He's
leading
done
our
really
teammate
well.
by 21.6 seconds.
I don't know whether Albon's pit already or not. I think he hasn't. Yeah, he must not off, because there's no way he'd only be that close behind the 2 Ferraris. Right, we took a bit of time out of George through that first couple of corners. Let's really try and just make sure we've still got the DRS. I mean, Ferrari are closing in.
The car behind's tyres are in a much better condition than yours. We'll need to keep an eye on their
I
time.
know, Mark! Easy does it. Esteban Ocon, you fastest. What on earth is going on? There's some people doing glory runs on soft compound tyres for some reason. No! No, 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 no. Come on. Use a bit of battery. Use a bit of battery.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Yes! Why on earth are you still telling me to pit? I mean, we're basically there, to be fair, but I want to try and go one lap longer. Especially as we've kept hold of the DRS as well. That could be so critical. Verstappen went soft. Did he? I did not see that. Okay, so Verstappen screwed himself. It's probably going to set like a 1 minute 33 lap time, but... Is Russell going to pit? No, he's not. Russell stays out for yet another one. Ugh. I mean, Ferrari are going to be right there. Will box pit confirm this time?
Understood. Stopping this lap.
Right, again, we've got to try and really push on this lap to make sure we stay in the range. Come on. Come on, 9.5 tenths a second. It's got to be under a second. We know we lose a couple of tenths through the second middle sector. Oh, no. Use a little bit of battery up the hill. Give us that kick that we need. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is getting really intense at this stage. This is actually... like I said, really not looking forward to this one. As a race. And it's actually been really, really good so far. Both this and the sprint have been really enjoyable. Ugh! We'll kind of drift in there, I guess. That works. And we're still inside the range of Russell. That is super useful. I mean, it's a good chunk of time you gain from that. Right, we will dive into the pit lane at the end of this one. So we're going to have 30 laps to go on a set of the hards. I think... yeah, this is going to be an interesting race in terms of strategy with a couple of quick cars opting for softs. So they're going to really struggle. Will Russell peel in at the same time? No, he doesn't. So Russell... whoa! Russell is still trying to go further there, as I think that's the warning that those mediums are gone. Don't get done for speeding. Not worth the time. As there we go. So Norris is on hards. Verstappen is on mediums. Alonso's done double hards. So that's a bit odd. No!
Try and put it behind us though, and let's finish this race strong.
Damn it! How are the teams so bad at doing that? Are we going to be in the points still? We are. Are we? No, we're not. Oh, Hamilton's got front wing damage. That might explain why he's slowing so much. Okay then, so we are 3 seconds behind Tsunoda. We should claim a lot of that time on this lap if he's on old tyres. Don't think he's boxed yet, has he? No! I don't want to box. Luckily, we don't have to pit.
Tsunoda ahead, and gap to the car in front, 3.2 seconds.
I hope he hasn't pit, to be honest. Oh yeah, that's okay then.
Their tyres are 7 laps old. We think they've got one more stop. Your last lap time, 1:36.7.
That's okay then. I was worried instantly that we weren't taking any time out of him. That would explain it. So, I reckon, I'm hoping that that medium tyre was going to be the worst one in terms of wear this afternoon. So hopefully we'll get that delta that we need in terms of the ERS. Not quite.
This is our true position. We're on the same strategy. They've pitted as well as us, so warm up your tyres and make the most of this stint.
Did you break the wing? Box pit confirmed. Oh no, I've got to check the tyre pressures. All the tyre data is reading 0 on our end. We'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Over and over and over and over in this game. Oh, has Russell dived in? I think Russell's boxed now. Has he?
This is our true
Yes, he
place
has.
here. They've pitted as well, so we've got to warm up our tyres and get the most out of it. Come on.
How have I not undercut him? How has Russell pulled like that much? Surely we can get back in the range, though. Wait, how does that work? He's going to have cold tyres. Like, cold tyres didn't feel that bad, surely. He's actually going to get away from me. Russell has nailed that.
The car ahead of you's just fitted activated the hard tyres. Car ahead, now on the hard compound.
Russell has absolutely nailed that one. He might even get the DRS range off Yuki pretty quickly as well, so... Yeah, we might be in trouble trying to keep up with Russell throughout the second half of this Grand Prix. But like I said, if we can just get some points on the board, I'll be happy at the end of the day. Luckily... Oh, hello. We will have the pace over Lewis Hamilton. So I'll get him out of the DRS range, and hopefully now he's not going to be a threat. Oh, yeah, I had a slow stop, didn't I? Chat, it's been a long day. It's been a long day. I completely forgot about that instantly. I get so annoyed by them in this game, but doesn't mean I ever remember them. So here we go. Perez and Hamilton battling just behind. Gibbs, welcome back, buddy. Hope you're well. Riley, 1257891. I love you too. Right, can Sonoda hold up George for me just a little bit? I'm not convinced, but we'll give it our best shot. It has already been a long stream.
Okay, gap ahead, 2.1 seconds.
Hey, no worries, Reese's Pieces, buddy. Whoa, that curve every time is scary. Come on. That gap now is 2 seconds. We just need those two to go side by side for a bit. There we go. Perfect timing. Russell and Sonoda, wheel to wheel. Oh, there was contact. I don't think there was any damage, though. But that's good news for us. As Sonoda doesn't want to back out of it. Will back out of it, though, through the final corner. So, hopefully, yeah, we can start continuing to close down on him. Does Last 2 and 2 see this comment? You'd have to ask Last 2 and 2. She does. She normally comes in and checks periodically to know how long I'm going to be until I finish the stream. That's normally what happens. Right, come on. Let's actually just try and get that ERS target now. We've been sat so close to doing it for so long. We're still not going to get there. We're like floating around so close to it.
Okay, nice work.
There we go.
Really good job with that target, mate.
Riz 212. I might be the least Rizzy person you know, ladies and gents. But the great thing is for me now, chat, I don't need Riz anymore. Not that I had any. I don't need it. Who am I, like, apart from, you know, flirting with my own girlfriend, which happens if I have a couple of drinks anyway, when on earth am I going to need Riz anymore? I've got that content creator Riz. I could not tell you whether that is a real thing or not. Can you toss a coin to the Rizzler? Who on earth is that? Hey, YouTube, any helping? Deary me, chat. Deary me. Fed with the tier 1 sub as well. To Diarrhea Cha-Cha Champ. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Maybe we'll get Diarrhea Cha-Cha Champ to pop a message in. Oh, Branson, that is terrible. It is all the legs. Legs 212 is the reason I have last 212. Right, so Perez, now he's finally got past Lewis. Actually seems to be quite quick here. which might be a problem. But we should hopefully get past Yuki this lap as well. And I think Perez has got a pit again. You had to do it. I mean, someone better get that, just that picture screenshot.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this
I'm
energy.
so warm, man. I've got my aircon on and it's still boiling in here. Right, I don't think we're going to get close enough to Yuki this time. I mean, we are gaining quite quickly. Won't get there, though, annoyingly. Got to include that sub in the video. I'll try and remember to leave it in the edit. I'll try.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
I know, it's because it's a Red Bull mark. Not all I can really do about it. Not the way I wanted to go on Yuki, but we'll try it. Thank you. I mean, Albon's running P6. Alex Albon is having his day of days so far this season. I love it. It's like when Valtteri Bottas on F123
Good job.
would just occasionally have an absolute wild race. Yes, no, that's not happening. I mean, we were always fully in front of him there, so it wasn't an illegal block. Right, can I get in the range of Russell? He's stuck behind Stroll. I don't think it'll happen this lap. But I think Stroll's getting a distant tow off Alex as well in DRS, which is handy. Does feel like these hard tyres are starting to come back to me a little bit at the moment. Which is good news. Don't ask me what it means. Yeah, UK houses. I'm surprised we're not seeing more of a shift in the UK. Especially in the south, of houses that, you know, or I think, well, like I've said before, once I move out, I'll just pay to have a proper aircon fitted. I think will be the way to go, because this one works, but it's not incredible. It basically stops the room from getting much warmer. It never really actually cools it down when I'm doing something like this, to be honest. Which is still very, very useful. It reckons it's 21 degrees in here at the moment. Otherwise, it would be like 27, 28. And that would not be fun. I'd probably be making more mistakes because I'd be sweating so much. Well, we've closed in on a bit of a gaggle of cars then, so... My brother cannot buy a house right now. Every single house is presentation offered. I hate that. I mean, it's not much of an issue in the UK, but like in Canada and Australia, the way that works, I think, is disgusting. Like, you should just say how much you want for your house, and then people can either say, yes, we'll give you that money, or no, we won't. Randy McCrab, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What setup do you use? I've got a Fanatec CSL GTDD with a Formula V2.5 room. I'm not boxing again. We've got a fight going on in front. Stroll and Russell again. Two of Formula One's more aggressive drivers, I would argue, or less aware drivers, as Russell will make it through without contact. They both have still got the DRS though, which is annoying, but we've got to try and make a move then on Lance. Because we're starting to set a few new personal bests for the race as well. And we just running wide a little bit on the way in and then try to get down the inside of both of them. Okay. Cheeky double overtake there, but Russell will dive out of it. We'll leave them to battle behind. Maybe give our teammate Alex Albon a little bit more breathing room as well. That worked out better than I was expecting it to, I'll be honest. And purple first sector goes to show just how well we nailed it. Rare to hear someone list Fanatec gear without a complaint now. I used to have a CSL, like a normal one, and that did break. but I genuinely had no issues with mine. Now it'll absolutely catch fire or something. But yeah, with the CSL GT-DD, cannot complain enough about Fanatec and the way they've ran the company over the last couple of years. Cannot complain about this wheel still, to be honest. Right, come on then, Albon. Multi-21. We want to go for fastest lap of the day. We'll get a nice slipstream on him. Albon will go defensive. Move out of the way. Please brake early. No, you won't. Of course not. Oh, damn it. I ran myself wide. We'll get the power down, though. We'll just about get in front of our teammate then. Oh, messed that up. That's not going to be a new personal best even, is it? Nope. Of course not. As here comes Alex again, and George Russell. We go round the outside of our teammate. Brilliant Williams battles going down. All the way. Yes. Thank you very much. As Verstappen, how is he still out on those softs? Oh, Albon, I'm sorry. I thought you'd already backed out of it, sir. Oh, don't say I've given him front wing damage. Well, he's still going to dive it on me. I don't think I have. That was scary. How on earth is Verstappen still out there on those softs? He pit like 15 laps ago. They must be wrecked. I mean, it tells you everything you need to know while I'm taking time out of the Dutchman. I think Red Bull have messed up this weekend quite badly. My Logitech G29 is going kaput. Gonna need a new wheel. What do you recommend when I race every day at 100% AI? It's not too expensive. Please answer. What roughly is your budget? If you give me a rough budget and whether you need a wheel stand or not, I can help you out. Alonso is one-stopping. That I don't know. Is Verstappen is in? No, Alonso can, because he started on hards as well. That was a really stupid middle stint by Verstappen, but he's behind me, which is good. And quite a long way behind. Could we beat Max Verstappen? Surely not. I'm not net lead, no. Ferrari will definitely be ahead still. I mean, even Norris is 19 seconds up the road. Like, I think when the Ferraris pit again, they will be out ahead of me. They've just been too quick. I mean, they should be in pretty soon, though, so we'll get a better idea. Ferrari, yeah, definitely aren't going to the end, but they are too fast. Like, I don't think, despite being on fresher tyres, I've taken anything out of them. I mean, I guess we'll have a look, see what the pace is like to Lando. Because, yeah, luckily I did not give Albon front wing damage, because he's still hanging on pretty close.
Okay, gap to the car in front, 4.1 seconds.
Oh, I forgot the next one we've got to do is a sprint weekend as well, innit, chat? We've got to do Miami next. Should we do that tonight? Would anyone be down to fly to Sheffield to try to find Branston's house? The budget is £500. Sorry. £500. If you're on PC, I would say probably Moser R. Yeah, I think you get the R3 bundle, couldn't you? If you can stretch to an R5 bundle, then go for it. An anonymous gifter gave Last212 a gifted sub. I don't believe that's actually my girlfriend's account, but Last212 with a sub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How many are we up to? 79? That is ridiculous. Don't go to Sheffield, it's a mess. Right, so we're going a bit quicker than Lando then, which I guess is good. I think we're the quickest. I think we're quicker than every car in front of us right now. Lazy Erland, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. It's a shithole, but it's my shithole. Oh no, we're not quite after the watershed yet, chat. Sorry, I apologise. It's not quite 9 PM here in the UK. Do you play Trackmania? I paid, I think it was for a 2-year membership on Trackmania, and then never touched it. I've never played it, not a single time. It was such a waste of money. I need to play it. Perhaps that's another one I need to play on stream at some point. Because I used to play the old Trackmania games so much when I was a kid. Right, Leclerc into the pit lane then, so this should give us a better idea of where we're at relative to Ferrari. Like I said, I think he's going to be out ahead of me, but you never know. Alonso's ahead of him. Are we going to be out ahead? Surely not. We are!
Alexander's coming in for his stop now.
Okay. I mean, we won't have the pace to actually hang with him, but he's come out 3 seconds behind me, so we might actually end up in a net lead here once Sainz and Lando pit, which would be staggering. We've actually had like a really, really good race here. Russell might legit, yeah, play wingman for me, which will be brilliant.
Okay, mate, lap times are a little erratic at the moment. Let's try and close up the difference between them.
Vasco, thank you for the follow, buddy. Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. What are your travel plans? So I know where to go next. In December, I'm going to Australia for a month with Last 212. That's going to be really good fun. But there will be, sadly, no streams throughout that month, which is a bit of a shame. From Portugal. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's Russell. Yeah, we've got to work with Russell here. Russell and I might be the key to each other getting a good result. GBG Racer, thank you for the follow. Welcome on in. Right. Are Russell and I going to be in the fight for the lead? There is Sainz. No, we are not, Mark. And there we go. Yeah, we're ahead of both Ferraris. I mean, these guys are hanging on pretty nicely at the moment. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if we can hang on with the Ferraris, that could be mega. If we can actually be in the fight for the win, that would be insane. Max is a bit further back. He's not a million miles away now, to be honest. Because he's boxed again. Actually, no, I think that's Perez, isn't it? I think Verstappen's way down the order still. Those soft compound tyres just have not worked for him, rather unsurprisingly. So Norris now up into the lead of the Grand Prix. I think at very worst, we've got to try and get a podium here, surely. Welcome from Guernsey. It is always fascinating finding out where people are watching from. Like, it's one of those odd things where, like, obviously, when you got, like, the viewer count up, of course, it's absolutely mental that, like, 60 people across YouTube and Twitch are here. But, like, hearing where different people are from as well, I always find wild. Turn around on the back straight and delete him. I don't think we're going to be able to do that at this stage. Just there we go. Norris in. Ah! I broke too late. Luckily, we'll get it stopped and not hit anyone. We'll let Leclerc through, though. That's annoying. Alonso in as well, so just when we could have been up into the lead of the Grand Prix, I'll go and make a small error. But we are going to be back in the podium places. Are we going to see Leclerc go for the move on Russell for the lead of the Grand Prix? Back down towards turn 1.
ERS is low. Consider changing mode on your MFD, or lift a little with gentle braking corners to reach...
No, George! George! I mean, I kind of shoved my nose in where I didn't belong there, but we had to try. Has Verstappen done another soft set? Catch me up. Right, Ferrari are pit again. We've now got 4 cars covered by less than 2 seconds. 40 laps into a Grand Prix that are all in the battle for the lead. Ferrari are going to win this. Leclerc and Sainz will run away. So it's more likely going to be Russell and I battling for the final podium place. I don't know how Lando Norris has done that. I think he boxed really early on the first stint, didn't he? So he's done a really good job as well to get himself back in the fight as well. But yeah, Lando Norris is going to be on mediums to the end, and it's probably going to be cooking. So it's going to be a difficult fight, but a podium is definitely possible. I want to see Albon get points as well, though, man. That's what I want to see. Oh, Mustafa, bro. Always have to take it there. I bottled it as soon as you came back. It was always about to happen. I mean, there are 5 cars covered by 3.5 seconds at the front of this field from 4 different teams, nonetheless. This is brilliant at the moment.
Gap to your teammate behind, 28.
What do you think is a good upload schedule for YouTube? The only good upload schedule I can tell you is a consistent one. So whether that's once a week, daily, once every other day, I wouldn't say you want to do any less than once a week, starting out. But just be consistent. Honestly, YouTube now, the algorithm favours consistency so much more over anything else. So just be consistent with it and persevere. Most people, the reason why they don't get anywhere on YouTube is they quit too soon. Which is terrible advice, because I'm sure it's really demotivating when you aren't getting the views you want. But it is true. Reese's Pieces with another bit. Thank you very much, buddy. Commentating career for sim racing leagues or real life. I would love to do some commentating, but at the moment it doesn't really kind of fit in with everything else I want to do. I've kind of got like various directions I'd like to do stuff. Area 51. You need consistency and a good thumbnail, exactly. Watch time is everything now on YouTube, so that's the thing you've got to be careful for. Oh, I thought about it. But the thing is, well, with YouTube, it's one of those things that you have to learn on the job. Your first YouTube video will never be a particularly good one. Hello from Scunthorpe. Right, well, using Russell at the moment is actually working quite nicely, but we're going to try and push the envelope a little bit. Oh, Max is cooking at the moment. And so's Alonso. We can end up in quite a big fight towards the end of this. I think Leclerc's just got far enough away now that unless he runs into problems, he should be fine. Other thing I'm worried about, no one's had a mechanical failure yet. So that might well end up being me. And we're getting towards the point of the afternoon where we're likely to get one. There's Russell now and Sainz battling behind. So Ferrari now, we are in a Ferrari sandwich. Hello from Liverpool. Oh, I tell you what, man, I need to stretch out my back a bit. Oh. Wait, you got 220,000 noggins, Toast. I'm actually... Oh, Lando! Lando and Carlos Sainz, the battle of the former McLaren duo. That's getting physical behind. Works out well for me. They can all knock 7 bells out of each other. That would be useful. Back on track. He's back. Well, come on in, buddy. Hope you are. Oh, Alonso and Verstappen, man. They are pushing. They are definitely going to be with us by the end of this, if their tyres hang on. Smash your head into the seat for the adrenaline boost. I think I'm good. Who has 40 noggins on P1? We need a word. That could be a fantastic bet. If Leclerc retires, then we are going to do everything within our power to try and win this. If something happens to Leclerc, we're going for it. Hello from Milton Keynes. Ah, there we go. Sainz flying by.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake.
Oh, and Lando. Come on, the AI straight line speed. I'm happy to drop in behind one of them. Any more than one, we're in trouble, as that was definitely a corner cut. And we're going to lose the place anyway, I think. Lando Norris down the inside. Give each other room. That was just about tidy. I'll get the power down, though, off the exit of the corner. We've got to try and stay close enough to Sainz. We saw how Leclerc was able to run away. We cannot let the other Ferrari do that. Especially... Oh, I think Sainz has got damage. Okay. So that gives us a better... No wonder Sainz hasn't been able to move through as quickly as I would have thought he would. So it looks like that second Ferrari has got damage then later in the day. I would assume that was when the contact with Lando was made. That really does help us out then, so we can afford to sit in behind. So Lando actually is probably the bigger worry at this stage of the race. Less than 14 laps to go though, chat. We are 75% of the way through this Grand Prix. I'm staggered we've made it this far. I just don't want a mechanical failure now. That is the bit I'm scared of. When do we get to use spinning? Oh, quite soon, I would have thought. Jetson, welcome on in. Hope you're doing well from Michigan. Come on. Surely Sainz can actually pull away from me with a damaged car. Like, I'm fine with not being able to get past him very quickly, but surely he can't actually pull away. I've got around £1,000 to buy a new wheel, or 7,000 kroner. Someone in Norway can translate to be more precise. Are you on PC or Xbox, or what are you on? What are you on? Back on track? What platform? Oh, come on. All this battling with Lando is not doing us any favours against Sainz. What's worrying me is he's not losing much time to Leclerc, even with that front wing damage. I mean, we definitely gain a bit, where you wouldn't expect to, but... I mean, Verstappen, yeah, and Alonso are not a million miles away either. Xbox, ooh. That is a bit more difficult. I mean, you can take the gamble. Apparently, Fanatec are still shipping as normal. I would get like a CSL GTDD. Actually, no, you wouldn't need a CSL GTDD. Get like a CSL DD, and then get like a Formula rim to go with it. Or Moser, I can't say with any certainty yet, and I genuinely don't have any insider information. I'm not under embargo or anything. I don't know any more than you guys. I believe Moser are soon meant to be bringing out more Xbox compatible wheels.
Nice work, you smashed it. Really good job on hitting that
Oh,
target,
come on. This battle with Lando has not done us any help. Can we get back in the range pretty quick? We do take a lot of time out of Sainz through someone. It's been our strong corner all weekend. Oh, a little nick of the grass, though. Come on, we use a little bit of battery. We cannot afford to lose the DRS here. We cannot afford to give Sainz a bit of breathing room. I think we're going to, though. Tyres definitely starting to fall off as well. Come on. Damn it. I mean, how through there is Sainz still pulling away from me? We're completely flat out, and he's got front wing damage. Yeah, we've lost that. Damn it! Our podium hopes are getting slimmer and slimmer. I'm now speaking to you from Sainsbury's. What are you buying in Sainsbury's, sir? You doing my shopping? If you could do my shopping, that'd be very useful. Randy McCrab with the Prime as well. Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. My wheel's gone kaput whilst live on Twitch. That is brutal, man. I'm so sorry. Yeah, like I said, if you want to take the gamble with Fanatec, you still can. Apparently they are shipping out as normal still. And if you want to support me in the process, !Fanatec would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Or, like I said, yeah, Moser as well, potentially. You keep your eye out. Safety car now would be wild.
Okay, so
I mean, we got a red flag later on in the sprint.
29.3 seconds.
Maybe we could get a safety car later on in the race. I mean, if we did, I would just go softs to the end and try to hang on to them. I just got to double check, chat, because my family are away at the moment, so they don't message me for anything urgent. 80 subs, chat. That is mind-blowing. I don't think we've had 80 subs since, like, the start of F1 23. Do I wait for Moser to come out with a stronger wheel? Or buy a PC? I must admit, I've resisted it for so many years, but now I've gone to PC, it is better. I'll be honest.
Okay, gap to the car ahead.
If you can afford to spend the money,
seconds.
it opens up more doors for you. I would say PC is the way to go now. Although I did really enjoy going on Gran Turismo last night, it must also be added. That was really good fun. Chat have been absolutely mad tonight. I appreciate it so much.
Okay, we've lost a position. That's us down a place.
Sorry, George. We'll lose another one to Lando, but again, we should be able to keep up with him. Actually, I tell you what, that McLaren might be fast. Softer tyres, fresher tyres, and no front wing damage, I don't believe. He might be really racy towards the end. I think we need to go back past him. Come on, have a look down the inside. Oh, Lando's got the grip. Oh, no. That might be really bad for us. We often get the run back down the inside at turn 1. Are we seeing our podium hopes slip through our fingers late on in the day? We've got less than 10 laps to go here in Shanghai. We are desperately trying to hang on. But this is getting brutal towards the end. The tyres are just struggling. As Verstappen now is fully caught up. Alonso is not a million miles away. I've got no idea how we survived over that curve either. Ah, come on. Get the nose in. Ugh! Don't use the battery through there. No! No, 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 no. We can't lose the range. We cannot lose the range instantly to Lando, surely. Oh, that's a corner cut. No, I've lost it. Damn it. The bottles are kicking in, chat. Late on in the day. %60 voted P2, P3. You know what to do. I think we're just slipping away from it, annoyingly. Here comes Russell and Verstappen, 3 wide. Look at the straight line speed of that Red Bull. I mean, unless we can try and use them. So try and switch them off the corner. We've got nothing. I've got nothing at the moment. I need to bring my... No! No! George Russell, what are you doing?
No overtaking, reduce your pace.
I cannot believe that. Well, we said about a safety car towards the end. Damn it, George. What was he playing at? Yep, get your bottom motors in, chat. I mean, Russell there. Aggressive dive on a much quicker car. Just covered us all. I mean, I think if we pit, we'll only lose 1 spot, to be fair, so might not be the end of the world, but actually we might lose more than 1, say, because... Oh, no. Ah, come on. Hang on to it. We need to get that delta back down. That's the most important thing. I cannot believe that. Fix the stream? Stream's fine on my end. I was going to say, I've got no issues. Are we even going to get the delta back down? Because I need it obviously down at 0. To make sure we're not losing even more time unnecessarily. Right, I don't think we've got any fresh tyres anymore, have we? We have got 1 fresh set of mediums. But I don't think it'll be worth it. Do we go softs or mediums, chat? I'll have like 6 laps to go at the end of this. I think the softs will do it, but... I cannot believe Russell there just absolutely sat on the exit of that corner. Stream is laggy. It's fine on my end. Yeah, we'll lose one to Stroll, I think, but it should be okay apart from that. Right, just make sure we get the Delta back down. Whoa, we are way under on the Delta. Come on. Go, 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 go. Ugh. Oh, that was close. That was so close. But say, luckily, because all the front runners are fairly bunched up, we shouldn't lose too much. It said 50. Oh my, that was so close. I was almost about to absolutely rage. Wing is set to auto. Surely that'll change. Checo's gone. Perez is out. So we might... Well, I mean, are we gonna... Yeah, we're gonna lose a couple of spots. Hamilton will get past us. Sonoda will get past us. Where's Albon?
Okay, go,
He's
go,
way
go.
down the order
Perfect
now.
job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy
Come on,
with
get
that
out ahead. Get out ahead. No, we're gonna be
one.
out.
That was our last
Come on,
stop.
go, go,
No
go,
more
go, go.
scheduled
No!
pit stops. Let's go.
Oh, damn it, man. We've dropped so many places. How worn are these tyres? Oh, they're 10%. They did like one quali lap on them. How are they so worn? Damn it. Why aren't you posting co-op? Because Gary and I can't do co-op. Coders have completely broken it. Oh, man. I mean, we're going to have much fresher, quicker tyres than everybody, but it's how long they'll last for. Chat said mediums. I should have listened. A fresh set of mediums might have been pretty good, but a fresh set of softs for a couple of laps might be really tasty to try and get us back up the order just a little bit. And generally, though, even on this out lap, got to look after them. I'm staggered we haven't burnt more fuel as well. I thought this Williams was quite bad for fuel, but apparently not here. I mean, I can't believe as well, we were running, like, battling for the lead, and suddenly we're into 12th place. How quickly have we fallen off late on here? I got George Russell and Max Verstappen had a battle. Obviously they crashed, and somehow I come off worst in all of it. I mean, the dive we're going to have to do down at turn 1. We're going to have to just get past Albon as quickly as possible. At the very least, I want points. Like, we cannot leave here without a point to show for it. I mean, that was basically a push lap, and the tyres didn't get that warm. So, I think we should be good. Oh, we could have overtaken Albon! Damn it, I wasn't concentrating. We could have had a freebie. Right, so we got one Sauber as well in the way. So, that should hopefully help us out. Oh, no. Why am I just seeing a load of my own face in chat? Get past Albon and stay there, my prediction will be right. You didn't honestly think I'll come P11 with you. That's like the most painful position to finish in. Right, so we should be, we should be the quickest car here off this restart, surely. It is just a case of whether we can get back through. Come on, I want to get a podium. I want to believe that a podium is still doable, but we might absolutely cook these tyres. Surely safety car is going to be in this lap. Come on, safety car in this lap, please. No? Surely. Oh, I guess it will wait for the AI to close in. Did Tom do co-op with Alex? I didn't realise those two were doing co-op together. Perhaps Gary and I need to retry it then. Gary wasn't around this week anyway, so we need to give it a whirl. I'm defo going to DNF. If I get a mechanical failure now, I will cry. Toast, bro. Ugh, I've almost done a Stroll.
Return the position immediately or we're going to get penalised. There's no overtaking during the
Adam!
safety car period.
Thank you for the raid, buddy. Hope you've had a good stream. What have we been streaming tonight, good sir? So you've literally come right towards the end of what has been a dramatic Williams Road to Glory race. We've tried to do 75 laps of Shanghai tonight, ladies and gents. We came second in the sprint through a bit of luck and a bit of magic. And now we're just trying to get back into the points in the main event. But welcome on in, everybody. That's with a millisecond timeout. How long is a million seconds? Is that like 2 weeks? Oh no, it's like 6 days. I don't know. It's a week, is it? Fair enough. Right, come on. I need that safety car to come in ASAP now, to be honest. I'm starting to get worried that we're not going to have enough laps to do anything otherwise. But yeah, what's Adam been streaming tonight, chat? Tell me. What's he been up to? I need to race against Adam at some point. I don't think I've ever raced him apart from at, like, official events and stuff. Oh, Fed, we got taken out by George Russell. Oh, I won't far out then with 1 hour 37 already on lap 51. We've been streaming for 2.5 hours, just over. This is going to be near enough a 3-hour stream and we haven't even got to the solitaire yet. Finally! Right, come on.
When the field accelerates, remember there's no overtaking until the timing line. Safety car in this lap.
Right, chat, we might need to focus here for a little bit. We've got 5 laps to try and make an impact. The tyres should last that absolutely fine. They are very cold though, so we'll have to wait and see what the grip's like off the restart. And we've got to make sure that I don't overheat them as well almost instantly. Like brag the drains. You cannot build tyre temperature back up on this game. And I don't want to take too much out of the tyre either, because that'll put us in even worse peril. Right, we've just got to go for it. At the least, I want points. I want to try and see if we can get a podium by the end of this. That's the big goal. As it's going to be Charles Leclerc leading the way off of this restart. Sainz still got that front wing damage, let's not forget. So he could be a little bit of a cork in the bottle as well. But I'm sure, yeah, of course we're going to go out of the hairpin. Right, when I got no feel of the car. Right, come on. Don't know why everyone else is battery saving. Oh, we have got grip, though. We have got grip. Please, Alvin, don't fight me. Oh, what is Bottas going to do, or Joe even going to do into turn 1? He's already bringing out a yellow flag. Don't say that's an illegal overtake. Nope, we'll get away with it. It is Bottas. So, yeah, he's had an absolute disaster here, and he's got front wing damage as well. So, I'm not too sure what's happened to the flying Finn. He's making a hash of letting everybody by. I mean, if I was him at that point, I'd probably just retire the car, but there we go.
We've got a lot
Sonoda.
of spare energy.
Hey?
Okay to use your overtake button.
How on earth did we find a gap around the outside of Oscar? Oh! Bottas stopped on the exit. We're going to get 2 for the price of 1. Technically 3, I guess. Right, come on. We can't lose out the range to Lewis, though. Look at the grip we've got through there. We can definitely hang close, and you can see there is a train being formed already behind Sainz. That is incredibly useful late on in the day. Come on. Sainz, we just need you to hold everyone up for a little bit longer. Because otherwise, if Lando gets through, he's just going to romp away. Hamilton's got front wing damage. We knew that earlier on. I don't know why loads of the AI didn't bother pitting to try and get all their front wing damage fixed. But, yeah, this is working out nicely for us. As you can see, the car's fanning out. Russell, again, trying to look for moves. We have got to try and use our battery quite sensibly towards the end of this. But we've got the grip. It is so weird knowing we got an advantage to fight against some of the big teams. So just try and latch the inside wheel over that curb. DRS now is going to be enabled. New personal best. If I got an engine failure now, I might genuinely cry. It's Stroll and Alonso. It's a battle of the Aston Martins down at turn 1. We will sail up the inside of Hamilton there and get right onto the gearbox of Fernando as well. Surely we can't try and get a run on these two off the corner. We're trying to save a little bit of battery there. Stroll again, though. We'll get the power down. Are we going to be able to have a look for a move? No, we'll just try and be fairly sensible. Maybe we can switch them off the exit of the corner. We can. Where's that grip come from? 3 wide. As we make our way up the hill, Alonso thinks better of it. Stroll has not got the grip. And up in a P6 we go then. The podium is right there. Carlos Sainz, I can still see him up the road. He is still holding Lando Norris up just a little bit towards the end of this race. Come on. Now we'll have the DRS though, but I think everybody's going to, so Norris surely... he's going to fly past Carlos. Alonso tried to have a look for it back past me. Not gonna happen that time, sunshine. I've never seen Matt rage. I do a little bit, but not that much. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Down the inside of George. Oh, he was aggressive. That's for the contact a couple of laps ago. Mark liking that, apparently. Ugh. Right, come on, we've got to get in the range of Max. Norris hasn't got past Carlos, though. How is that McLaren not made the move yet? So yeah, that massive tyre advantage does fall away pretty quick on the softs. I mean, we've had 2 dramatic ends to both races tonight. But what an end this one's going to be. Eye for an eye, exactly. We had to go for it on George there. I don't know whether we gave him damage or not, but we just had to try and go for it. Remind him who's boss. I mean, big points here would be fantastic for our title hopes. Charles Leclerc, 10-second penalty yesterday in the sprint. Looks like he's going to absolutely walk away with the Grand Prix victory on Sunday, though. So, 25 points on the board for him. Come on, come on, come on. We're going to be inside the range of Verstappen, but I'm still worried about Norris getting away. If he can get past Carlos here. We have not got much battery either. So we are going to have to think about how to use that sparingly as green sector 1, green sector 2. Surely we'll go green sector 3 as well. Come on, get that power. I don't want to use battery now, though. I think we've got to save the battery still. Just a little bit longer. As here goes Norris to the outside of Sainz this time round. Down the back straight. Surely that McLaren's going to get it hooked up. Sainz, though, again gets the elbows out. More contacts made. Are they going to go side by side in towards that final corner? Yes, they are. And that'll bring Verstappen and I much closer there as Lando Norris, a power move. Up into P2. Sainz is going to go straight back at him, though. Look at Verstappen. 3 wide in front. Onto the penultimate lap of the Grand Prix. And Verstappen will get 2 for the price of 1. Says, thank you very much. We're going to try and get down the inside as well there. And we'll get 2 for the price of 1. As Norris and Sainz left battling each other yet again. What on earth is this late on in the day? Leclerc 4 seconds up the road. Surely we cannot get to him by the end of this. But both Verstappen and I moving up into the podium places in an instant. Come on. We can get this. We can do this. What a crazy end to the Chinese Grand Prix, man. This has been so much fun. So happy we finally got round to doing this race. Boy, oh boy, does it make me look forward to Miami as well next time out. But we cannot get an engine failure now, chat. We are too late in the race, I believe, to get an engine failure. Leclerc still has the pace up at the front of the field. He is pulling away. As I mean, Verstappen, yeah, he's definitely still quick on those mediums. So we are struggling just a little bit for grip towards the end. What are those tyres on? 36% wear already. They're not overheating, though, which I guess is good news. I don't think we'll get the run on Verstappen. I think we've got to wait for the very last lap to go for it. But we might still get a podium. We should hopefully still get a podium here. As I said early on in the race, surely there's no way we beat Max Verstappen in a Red Bull. He's won the last 3 Grand Prix. Red Bull have won every single race so far this season. But Charles Leclerc and Ferrari this weekend have come back in a big, big way. Do I try and get the run on Verstappen through turn 1? I think we've got to try and look for it, surely. So we'll try and just get down. No! Contact! Contact with Verstappen there, and that might really cost us, so we've got to try and get past him. Otherwise, we might lose a bit more time there. A bit of front wing damage. We have not got the grip off the corner, but neither does Max. We're going to have to send it down in towards the hairpin here. He's going to go defensive. We'll go to the outside line. Try and hook it up the long way around there. Verstappen just like gets the car slowed down. We've got to try and keep the car alongside him, wheel to wheel up the hill. Neither of us want to back out of it, but we've got so much understeer. We kind of give him no other choice on the matter. Just absolutely park it through here. I do not want to give the AI any kind of advantage. As Verstappen again will try and look around the outside there. Surely not there. As Verstappen just won't quite be able to hook it up. But again, just like we did in the sprint, we have got to be cheeky. Verstappen, around the outside again he'll go. Or just sit in. Oh! He really tried to force me out of that one. Is he going to be able to get the power down, though? We are going to have the DRS, though, but chronic understeer off the corner. That might give Lando Norris an opportunity to try and get back in this. Sainz has got to run as well here. We haven't got the DRS. Verstappen and I were tied over the detection point. Here comes Sainz and Norris as well. They're 3 wide behind me. Sainz is going to send it in towards the final hairpin there. Charles Leclerc is going to win the Chinese Grand Prix and gets his first win of the year. But through the final corner, we are only just going to hang on. It is P2.
Top job, mate. Top job. Yes. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but man, you pulled through. Thank you. Well done.
I have almost lost my voice commentating those last couple of laps. That is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. What a last lap. That might be one of the best races I've ever had on this game.
Well, it all came good in the end for them, but it
Disaster
wasn't an easy start.
class
Not the most
into
straightforward of
masterclass.
days, but
Fantastic.
I think it showed great strength in an athlete as a
I tell you
driver
what,
when you can
we've had,
overcome a day
this
like
week
this
so
and
far, we've had
walk
some
away
good,
feeling
I know it's only Tuesday, but we have had some great streams.
Ferrari
That was
are at it
brilliant.
again. An excellent performance.
I
at
never
today's
thought
Grand
Shanghai
Prix.
would deliver a good race
Certainly
for
a
us,
team
but we will
know what they're
absolutely
doing
take
now.
that. You guys have been mental as well, though, tonight. That has been absolutely mad, and I cannot thank you guys enough as well. I don't think I've ever driven that fast. The safety car absolutely saved me, but I think, you know, we deserved a good result as well. We deserved a drive. We deserved a good result there. I think we had the pace all weekend. If we hadn't have got a safety car right at the end of that one, I would have been a little bit gutted, to be completely honest, because we did get wrecked from a really good race right the way throughout there. We joined the Ferraris. We stopped them getting a 1-2, though, at the end of the day there.
Unequal
That's
parts
what it's all about.
exhausted and elated with this weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for the next one.
Well, there we go. We end up scoring the most points from this weekend there by virtue of our 2 second places, tied with Leclerc, with Sainz in third ahead of Alonso and Max Verstappen. That means, there we go, having a look at our race results. Leclerc in the end was actually fairly comfortable, 7.5 seconds clear. Come the checkered flag there as myself, Sainz, Norris, Alonso, Verstappen, Stroll, Hamilton, Russell, Tsunoda, and even Oscar Piastri all locked into battle come the end of that GP there. That was absolutely crazy. Just like we saw in the sprint, though, annoyingly, Alex Albon really did fall away in the end there, with Bottas 1 lap down and Perez, our only driver, to fail to see the checkered flag. That means for the Drivers' Championship, well, Verstappen's gap does get slashed only slightly, though. He's still got a 42-point lead at the top of the table there, as we will jump both Russell and Lance Stroll. So that's karma against George Russell, if ever I've seen it there. And up into P9 of the Drivers' Championship as well. That, I think, is Tsunoda's first point of the year as well, if I'm not mistaken. No, he didn't quite, did he? So yeah, Red Bull still with a 44-point lead over Ferrari. McLaren still in third ahead of Aston Martin there. We take a big chunk of points out of Mercedes, though, so I guess that's good as well in that result. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, please do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed, and we'll be back very soon, ready in Miami.